Is on, and now so are you.
Hey,
What's up?
you ordered food?
No,
No, you didn't order food?
no.
You ordered McDonald's this morning.
I had just a coffee from McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A little sad.
I know. I was like not ready to eat, but I needed coffee.
That's fine.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
And it was like early. It was like 3, 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago at this point. So I will want food again soon. I have to poop again. Okay. Are you still high?
No.
Okay.
Some dude, was talking about how Olive Garden just, talk to your bad taste.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's like, well, imagine thinking that Olive Garden is bad taste. I'm like, I don't have to imagine it, you asshole. I literally just said it. Because it's true.
After poop. Because it's Olive Garden is good. Are you up?
Oh, no, maybe you are.
I was just wondering if I can turn on the light.
Yeah, you can turn on the light.
Okay. It's to keep me awake so that I can work. Because I'm tired. And I want to go to bed. And we're a half hour late, so.
As long as you're okay if I just chill here for a bit.
Huh?
So as long as you're okay if I just chill here.
You're fine chilling there, bro. Like, I have this, and then I have at 5 o'clock, I have to meet with someone for session 0. Which should only take a little while, but I'm gonna try and nap between then and now. So. What's going on?
We're sending audio to.
What?
Unmute us. Oh, that's muted all. I can hear voices that aren't mine.
Yeah, so I am muted my microphone. Hi everyone, I'm so sorry with that. We started, we're 20 minutes in on the finale. This is your tech, and I unmuted the incorrect microphone. I unmuted the microphone. I hope Nick didn't say anything awful. But there was a time.
I'm sure there was just weird snoring sounds that we could hear.
It's awake, but I just remember me announcing that I had to poop.
Oh, definitely know that. We now know now.
That wasn't tiny shit.
Yeah, so I apologize, everyone. Here's what's up. For the sake of editing purposes for me, could y'all do your re-intros again and then start over it? Thank you so much. I apologize to my...
Nothing happened just now.
Alright, let's do this.
Hi everyone, welcome to the season finale of Ghost of Axia. Ghost of Emberwind. No, Ghost of Axia in the Emberwind system. Sorry everyone. We're like, I had been awake for a very fucking long time. That's because I'm always like this, actually. We're always like this. And so this is our season finale of Ghost of Axia. Everyone discovered last episode, which was episode 9, hey, the Ghost of Axia is a sentient crystal floating near island. But no one listened to them because no one thought to lick the crystal before. No one thought to lick a new crystal. Like a fully formed, like it's never happened before. Or touch one anyway. Apparently
people like to put their hands on weird things, so I'm shocked that no one thought of that until now.
It's more so that they hadn't touched a raw one before, because they've been snorting crystal prior to this. Like, Pixie was a thing. Like, but you also, like, if someone's super high on Pixie and they say, hey, I hear the crystal talking to me, like, God fucking damn it. You know what? Where are we? What's happening?
The ghost in Axia is in our tech.
Yes.
The crystal
ghost is in the machine.
No, you know what? No, it's because it's the same reason that you couldn't hear me on Zoom for 2 seconds. Hold on, let me fix it.
Anyway, while you fix it, does anyone want to introduce themselves?
Yes.
We can do the same order.
Viv again from the top.
Hi, I'm Viv of Vivacia, and I play Verity, and I wasn't here physically last week, but Verity was, and so the last thing I remembered was she fallen, but then, I learned, Saren dragged her all the way to her house, so I'm glad I'm still with y'all.
Yeah, it's fine. You made it there. You made it there. You're, like, not in Rainbow Road anymore. Don't worry about it. Arnica's next, if we do this in the same exact order as we did before.
We will be doing it in a completely different order as we did before, as I was actually last time, and it's hilarious. No. We're like 20 minutes in, and you're like, I don't know, whatever order. Anyway, I'm Arnica, and in addition to being fussy and picking at my GM about not knowing what order we were in 20 minutes ago, I'm also playing the druid Sarah Lycan Clutch. And Oh my god. This is gonna be great. You guys are in for a day, I promise.
It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be a good time with sentient crystals that definitely aren't mad about, hey, you've been making me carry this fucking planet for a while. Maybe they'll unionize. Zwef?
What were you gonna do anyway?
Hello, I am Zwef. I play the rogue Kiratelli. She is young and a little bit naive, and she is the person who, as previously mentioned, touched a new crystal, but it's reasonable, I feel, because she's an engineer, she uses crystals normally. You know, she didn't realize touching this one like in such a raw form would be such a difference. So yeah, she has
in its purest form was bad for you.
She has now heard the sentience of creatures of these crystals that we've harnessed for energy. So she's currently floating like a small balloon. She's both high, literally and figuratively.
Yes. Kree, you're up.
Hi, I'm Lucre. I play Sarcha. She's happy to be here so she can write books and also be a menace to the GM by killing all of the monsters. Also books and fire, but not at the same time because that would be bad.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, I believe Derek yeeted himself from the scene. Just Kira, he's like, I'll solve it myself. No need to discuss the drug trade problem that we're having, because the sentient crystal thing, above his pay grade. Never mind. And he yeeted himself from the scene, and I believe the crystal was talking to you, saying hi, hello to its older, bigger, slightly dying, but we're all dying slowly, crystal cousin, brother, sibling. What do you call, I mean, technically twin, clone? Your body produced the exact same thing again and again, but like different? Siblings, that's how siblings work, right?
Isn't that like a cell
separation? They're different.
So yeah, that'd be sibling.
Yeah, it's like
I think osmosis is when they go together, right?
See, I'm thinking more like they're like the little crystal is like a vinegar and the big crystal is like the vinegar mother.
I mean, okay. So I guess
if you don't know, vinegar is made by a terrible, gross mold that sits on top and just ferments everything down to the vinegar, and you never clean it out. The best vinegar,
yogurt,
like 500-year-old freaking molds.
So it's like yeast.
Out since then.
That sounds like sourdough and yogurt.
The best one is old and yucky. But cellblings actually found siblings.
Cellblings, yeah.
Cellblings sounds good.
Cats, pregnant cats. The Skyrim is a pregnant cat.
No, because they're not
of other cats, and now there's a bunch of siblings that aren't related to one another, but except for by the mom.
I kind of had the impression that the crystals were like pearls from an oyster.
Yeah,
that's closer. That's a better example.
Yeah,
better example.
Yeah, for everybody who just started watching us in this finale, this is how it always goes. We try to find the exact description of what something is like,
and it ends up being a cat.
And it ends up being something crazy.
It always ends up being a cat. Yeah.
So by the way, team, everyone going into season 3, assuming that allows me to continue doing this, all forms of measurement are in scale relation to cats, to specifically the average American house cat, because I don't understand scale any other way.
Yeah, I think we did determine that it has to be. We have to settle on one system, and the only one you will agree to is cat.
Yeah, so whenever we're referring to how big or small something is, the regular size small is like a normal cat. And lynx are like slightly bigger normal cats. But the normal cat in that case is a Maine Coon.
I mean, Maine Coons are very large when it comes to
I was gonna say, I have 3 coons in my house right now. I ought to go get one and be like, you mean this thing that when I
lynx are bigger than those things, but like not like a whole lot bigger.
Okay, here's the thing. Imani was trying to describe to us something roughly the size and shape of a very large watermelon. Does Imani say watermelon? No. Does Imani tell? No, because you see, as opposed to saying this ovaloid thing, which is the size and shape of a very large, like 40-pound watermelon. No, we have to figure out how many wild cats it is.
Yeah.
Because, you put cats in a cooler, not watermelon.
You put them in a sack and you hope for the best. No?
No, you give cats a few pets and a hug and a little piece of chicken, and then let them do what they want because they're cats and you can't tell them what to do.
You can if you put them in a sack.
Oh, that's fair. No, that's fair. Yes. But no, that's
Okay.
Cats, they still won't listen. You can tell them, but they ain't listening.
Anyway, moving on. That was an Aristocats reference, by the way.
Yep.
I'm old. Also Bag of Cats because Loki.
Everybody ever be a cat.
Yes.
Sorry, Val, I don't want to get you a strike.
I was about to say Disney's gonna get us. We gotta stop.
Disney's gonna get us. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the crystal's talking to you, Kira. And we're not talking to you. You can hear the crystal having a conversation while you're in the room. They're not talking to you. It just. Oh
no. So what does the crystal think about most as part of the civilization? That is mommy's lunch. Thank you very much. What the crystals think about a big chunk of the civilization snorting their children.
Kira, how does the crystal feel about you using it to be high?
I mean, I've just been so far. I think we left off just that it's been trying to communicate with its other crystal, right?
Yeah, we don't know.
Doing to come get me. I'm lost and scared. There's some strange people shoving me in boxes. It's cold here.
So we ended last session on me. I can't remember who I grabbed onto. Someone, and I was just like, the crystals are sentient because I just heard it. Yeah, say that. So.
How do you spell sentient?
SENTIENT.
Is a C in sentient? That makes no sense.
No, SEN.
Oh, okay.
I think it's IENT. Sentient.
Oh no, I found it. Okay, so the spell checking thing wrote sentence, so it was. Yeah. Thank you. You roll the sofa and you're like, the crystal, it's sentient. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, that was how this ended.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I rolled off the sofa and grabbed, I was like, the crystal is sentient. So I think I've only heard it say like 1 or 2 sentences so far.
It's basically been calling for an adult. It's basically Ralphie in the back of that bus. No?
Yes, I'm in danger.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can hear the laughter coming from my living room.
Okay. Yeah, but basically you hear. So, do you attempt to calm the crying crystal?
I mean, I haven't tried talking to it yet.
No, you haven't. I was asking. Like, you definitely you realize that what you are now definitely hearing the sentient crystal talk, or you're perceiving information from a crystal that is sentient.
If I may, Sorchus could be like, it's sentient? Just
it's
inquisitive,
speaking.
Slowly taking out pen and notebook.
It's speaking. I'm going to say like really loudly out loud because I don't have a very good concept of what's loud and not loud at the moment. Hello.
Have you ever been around a child who doesn't know you and their parent is missing?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you making that face? Have you never been to like a public park where kids get lost all the time? Anyway, unimportant. That might have just been. Don't worry about it. They're not listening. They're not hysterical, but they're not listening. Like they're very focused on I'm in danger. Someone come get me.
I will look back at Sorcher and say, it's like it's a kid and it's scared and it's calling for the other crystal to like help it because it's older.
Sorcha is frantically taking notes with just the biggest grin on her face. Just you're either it's either the intoxication or you're hearing something that we can't, and that's amazing. I need to know more.
I'm gonna cause I was lifting myself up, but I'm just gonna lay back on the floor at the moment and just be like, this raises a lot of questions and complicated things about everything I've done before. And I'm just gonna stare with a slight tinge of existential dread into the ceiling.
I mean, yes, it's sentient, but I guess I should, to remove the fear of God from you, imagine sentient in the way that Toy Story toys are sentient. And
that doesn't help.
I think that makes it worse. Because I think that the question is more like, we've used these crystals. I've used these crystals to power all sorts of things before, thinking that they were like a natural resource.
But they like it, but no, I meant, I'm trying to think of a way to make that less creepy, but I can't because...
It's not. It's just how it is.
They're not mad about being used because that's what they're meant to be done, but, you could tell, I did a good job at least once. And stop snorting my siblings and grinding, you know what I mean? The being used for power source isn't the problem.
Can I go over? The cooler I'm hoping is somewhere near me.
It's floating up in the corner closest to the other crystal.
Oh, that's much too far for me to
put
effort into going.
Look at you can definitely see from where you were laying on the floor off of the couch, the crystal up in the corner.
I look at it and I reach my arm out to it and I don't get up, but I reach as if I could pat it and be like, thank you. I'm sorry I didn't know.
God. That's your David and it's God? No, it's Adam and it's God, right? In that painting?
Oh, with the finger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
More just you can't be bothered to get up, so you wave your hand at something, hoping that magically you've got telekinesis powers within without realizing. Yeah.
One day you'll wake up and be like Jean Grey, and you could move things with your mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you just keep trying enough, yeah.
It takes once. It just takes one time, and then you got it. Mm-hmm. So Kira's communing with the crystal. Sorcha's attempting to get information out of Kira about said crystal. Verity and Saren. This is happening in your house.
I know, but I'm not there. I'm on my way to Ardell, remember?
No. Why'd you leave?
Because you told me I had to go get the Baron.
Oh, I didn't tell you. You decided you were going to go get the Baron because you needed an adult.
Well, somebody told me I had to go get the Baron because I didn't know there was a crystal in his basement because I was out sick and Saren was busy fucking and neither one of us knew it was there.
Why were you going to the basement?
Right, I didn't have everything I was doing was upstairs. Occasionally in the kitchen.
Sorcha's just going to keep taking notes. She's also going to take
yes.
but she's going to also take Icarus out of her bag.
And free them?
No, they'll still be swaddled so that they get used to being on the surface because there's light here. Plenty of it.
Again? What did we do with physically? What is it still in the Yeti cooler? Or did you?
No, we took it out.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I remember you tipping it out of the Yeti cooler. Because I made some sort of joke about, you can now use the cooler as its intended function. Mm-hmm. So the crystal's definitely giving off light, and you just let Bird Friend free.
Both Icarus and the crystal are swaddled like very funny-looking babies.
True. I feel like...
Because we wrapped it up because we didn't want anyone else to touch it.
We
let it float up into a sheet.
I'm trying to determine whether the crystal would be aware that Bird Friend is now available to lick it. It's it's sort of like, okay, again, back to my reference of like small children. Imagine a small child, like a dog discovering there's a small child in the room, but the child is trying to find their parent. Does that make sense? Do we see the relationship happening here? Small, excited dog, not the bitey, barky kind, but like the cute, fluffy kind.
The dog that wants to really investigate the child.
Yes, that kid is the bird. And the kid is in the ceiling saying, "Mom, come get me. I'm in the corner." And Kira, you're in between this, listening to this half of a conversation. Because you do not speak bird. No one speaks bird.
Sorcha is attempting to distract Icarus with little lights and scritches.
Icarus, the bird, isn't like, so here's the thing. Icarus the bird is not trying to get towards the crystal because when the crystal's swallowed, so it's not like giving off that much light. But also, it's real fucking bright all of a sudden.
It's mostly covered and like there's.
I mean, like it's not inside of a worm. It can suddenly see like the regular light.
Yeah.
First time for everything. It's a little surprised, confused, exhilarated by the potential food sources all around it. It's a toddler at an all-you-can-eat buffet. I can't make a choice. I don't.
It doesn't even have to move. Like there's light coming in through the windows.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like there's pouring sugar into my mouth. I don't understand. They put me in this dark place and now they're just giving me sugar. It's basically what's happening with Icarus.
That bird is gonna shit rainbows and glitter all over my floor.
Amongst other things. I feel like I wrote down what that bird shits, actually.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like I did. I feel like it was an important thing.
Oh no.
Why would you do that?
I feel like it was important information that I needed to know.
But yeah, it's
just called a cloaca.
The Sorcha has it all wrapped up and like with where Icarus's head is, if Icarus can like pull his head in and be all, it can be nice and dark and comfy, or if he can poke his head out and be in the light, so he can moderate his own amount of light. But she's not confident enough to let him fly around yet, because she just basically took him out of a giant worm underground because she thought he was cute.
Yeah, and you don't want to introduce. I mean, you basically introduced cats to Australia.
There's only one of Icarus, though.
There's only one cat in Australia. Actually, there were no cats in Australia, and then there was one, and then it murdered everything. You think I'm joking, but I'm not.
You only got to bring one if it's pregnant.
Correct. And they did, because they needed a mouser on a boat. Mistakes were made. And now Australia trusts no one ever again. Verity. I trying to figure out, like, did you take Verity with you to find the Baron? And did Kara tell you where Fuzzy Friend is?
Oh, look, I don't remember if Kara told us where Fuzzy... Yes, Kara did. Kara did, because Fuzzy Friend, but not specifically that Fuzzy Friend was in the Baron's basement, just that Fuzzy Friend was with an old crystal.
Uh-huh.
And so Kira knew what that meant. And I think Sorcha put it together, but I don't think anyone actually told me that Fuzzy Friend was there.
Okay. Just
that I needed to go get the bear. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Too much weird shit's happening. I'm going to go get the bear.
Correct. Okay. So my question is Verity. So as a Viv, as a person, but Verity as the character. So what's happened is they realized the crystal was sentient, and they realized we need an adult because it's trying to like bond with the other crystal that we have, and the other crystal that they have. There's three. So there are currently 3 crystals on Gelspar. 4 crystals in all of Axia. There's one in Ardell, there's one in Gelspar, and then there's one in the Baron's basement. And then there's one in Saren's house. the one in Saren's house would like to make friends with literally all of the other crystals, but there's also a dying one in the Baron's basement. As an aside, so would you like to go find the dying crystal in the Baron's basement with Saren, or stay with the currently sentient toddler crystal in Saren's house?
She would probably love to pretend things are normal and actually walk through the city to go to the other crystal, just to reinforce that she's not stuck in something disgusting no more.
You can now see the sky, and it's not through a worm.
Yes.
So
that is what she would do.
As you're walking through the Gelsbar going up to Ardell, fun fact, they're planning a party. And by planning a party, I mean they're in the process of preparing for a party that is going to be happening shortly. Because, hey, we're celebrating the brand new crystal that we just got. So, like, I wish there was a way to explain the Labor Day Parade in Brooklyn to people who've never been to the Labor Day Parade in Brooklyn. I wish there was a way to explain that to people. Because that's basically what's happening. Like specifically that thing, like it's not like a regular parade carnival thing, because like the Labor Day, like I'm trying to think of what other place has carnival.
I mean, you got carnivals too.
No, sorry, I'm saying the word. English is a horrible language.
No, not carnivals like the fair. Carnival like carnival, like head down. Like over to the UK,
wearing like
down
a bedazzled thing and there's giant wings and there's it's the harvest festival for hey, we did a good job and no one's gonna die of hunger this year. I don't. But it's like that. It's like hey, we're no longer gonna die. There's a giant crystal here. Yeah, but like it's a lot.
Like a state fair.
It's not even I mean, it's a. Okay,
no, so it's like an exceedingly large block party, but as opposed to taking up the block, it spans several. Yeah, so there will be live music, there'll be live food. It's gonna go to like 4 or 5 in the morning. There's gonna be fireworks that nobody sanctioned. It's awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. And New York City has it better and worse depending on. Okay, wait a second. I know how we're going to do this because I damn well know that there's a Wikipedia. The West Indian Day Parade is technically what it's called. Sorry. But everybody's called it Labor Day because that's the same time it happens. I'm putting it in Zoom, not Zoom chat, Twitch chat, so everyone can go look at the Wikipedia page for what I'm talking about. But then I'm also going to give you a video so you understand the amount of people and the loudness, and the it disrupts an entire everything. Let's go 2018. I feel like that was the last time I was wildly inconvenienced by it. Because I made the mistake, my parents made the mistake of trying to drive during it.
Oh no.
And they know better. They live their entire fucking life. Why did you try to drive down? Okay, here, this is a better example. Because I feel like in my head, the way Gelsbar appears, Ardell is basically Manhattan, Gelsbar is basically Brooklyn. That's how I'm just working in it from my own reference. So it's a giant cultural thing that happens in Brooklyn that is the Labor Day Parade, but specifically it's like the same idea in Gelsbar, but for this crystal. Like we're gonna celebrate, we're not dying. There's a new crystal, we're gonna be fine for at least the next year. Everyone kind of just shows up and they celebrate being from Gelsbar, and how great their little town is. It's lovely. I hate the Labor Day Parade personally because it's loud and it goes on for ages. And there's a lot of people. And it always rains somehow, despite being the end of summer. Every time. And sometimes they throw flour at you, so you end up, it's weird. It's a weird event that you just be there to understand the horrors. But that the video I posted, imagine that is what you're walking through to get to Ardell. By the way, that is the point of reference for where you the amount of space and people and things that are happening, and you're trying to get somewhere and this is happening in front of you. It's very inconvenient. Minus the part where the NYPD decides that they're going to block off streets and put up barricades and make everything difficult to cross. Ignoring that part, without that inconvenience, or fire hazard. But you see a lot of people. Well, Saren specifically sees a lot of people that you know because basically all of Gelsbar has shown up. Everyone's kind of very excited and happy. Like they're all like celebratory thing. Which, by the way, is the thing that Kira invited
Oliver and
Beatrix,
Trixie
and Phoebe.
Phoebe, there we go.
Piper.
Piper. I don't know why I said Phoebe. Thank you, Piper. I don't know why I said Pixie, but I meant Beatrix, who's Trixie. But that was the thing that you invited them to, by the way. So they will eventually arrive. The question is, do they arrive with the Baron or after the Baron? Actually, Kira, sober Kira, not current Kira. Would past Kira have told them to meet Kira somewhere, or I'm gonna come get you? Like, if you were planning to bring someone to a house party in your like neighborhood, would you go get them, or would you say, "Hey, meet me at this house"?
I think mostly for the sake of it will be more fun this way, but also because you just meet me down here probably.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not like a chauffeur. I don't need to walk people down to, like, they know how to walk. We'll just meet somewhere.
Listen, my friends, we were going somewhere, and because I'm not good at directions, they took a bunch of pictures walking from the train station to the location that we were going to, every couple feet, so I knew what direction to go. It was very nice of them, because I would have gotten lost without it. So you're saying you're not doing that, though. You're saying go meet me at the corner on Tuesday. I trust you to show up and not get lost.
Yeah, but I think I've made like the place that we meet a super obvious landmark that even Ardell people will know, or like they can ask.
I'm also a bad example for directional things. But yeah, they're a regularly functioning adult who understands how to navigate and not.
I think it's probably that inn, the pub that we've already been to once with the lady who takes no fuss. I can't remember the name of the place.
The place where you met Horatia.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't actually remember her name, but I do know the bar you're talking about.
Yeah, that one. That's probably where I've said come meet me there.
Okay. And that's what I remember Horatio out of everyone that we've ever met. It's just the old dude. I remember him. Because he was nice. And we never saw him again. So I'm gonna tell this particular interaction in a weird way. Kira, you and Sorcha are in Saren's house with the sentient crystal. Saren, Verity, you are fighting your way through a crowd of people heading up towards Ardell. We can pretend that this is all happening like simultaneously. Like if this was 24, there'd be one screen, second screen, and then the third screen is Piper, Oliver, and Beatrix, who have arrived because it's the morning of this thing that they're supposed to be meeting Kira for. And there's a lot of people around, so that's happening. And then the fourth screen in this like trifecta of 4 screens on the 24 clock happening. You've all seen 24, right? You know the post screen I'm talking about, where it's like this, then it cuts to another. Okay. The fourth screen is what? Hold on, I'll tell you who it is. I don't know why I just did that in my head. It's Rebecca. Why are you making a face?
Because I'm trying to. Louise's wife, Rebecca?
Yes, Louise's wife, Rebecca, but no, yes, Long Hobo.
Okay.
You remember she left?
No, I didn't remember she left.
Oh, she
but
left.
Also, that's fine. Yeah, my house. Long Hobo.
But she's like, so all of this has happened. All of these things are happening in Gelsbar, because that's the most of the setting of this, except for the time when you're gonna go to Ardell for a very hot second. But she's like wandering around. Like Gelsbar, like during this giant event, and she doesn't know it because she's not that self-aware. Also, she's been living in a worm by herself for a while. Why would she have any sort of danger, stalking, tingly feelings left? Everything wants to kill me here. They're constantly going off. But she is being followed by a blurred face figure in this like picture screen that's happening. Just so everyone's aware of the things that are currently happening. She is attempting to find something. Like she appears to be searching for something. If you're watching this on a screen in like the Voice of God TV, she's like looking for something. She's very clearly looking for something as she wanders around Gelsbar. Also being followed by someone at like a reasonable distance for her not to notice. She does do the thing. You know, like that thing in TV shows where like two sets of main characters cross paths with one another, but they don't see each other because they don't know each other. So she does the cross paths with Piper, Beatrix, and Oliver. And I believe Oliver is the one who goes, I think I know that lady. But like, it's like in passing. And then they're looking for Kira, so they don't really like think about it too hard. But Kira, you've been. Actually, sorry. Ardell. You're going up to Ardell. You're in a crowd of people. You're in this giant crowd of people that are preparing for this party, this parade event thing. How are you getting to where? Like how is your navigational? What are your navigational choices? How are you moving through the crowd?
Are you asking me?
I was about to say, who's moving through the crowd? I'm sorry.
No, Verity and Saren, you're making your way through Gelsbar to go to Ardell. There's a crowd of people because the party's happening. It's like a large crush of people. Moving through people is difficult because there's a lot of people. Some people already stand. It's like being at a convention. It's like being at a convention in like the dealer's room. You're trying to get somewhere, and everyone's just kind of inconveniently in your way. How do you navigate the dealer's room?
I mean, here's the thing. I can tell you right now that I'm the asshole you don't like at the con because I navigate through really easily. For lo, I am large and you need to move because I am not afraid to go sideways and say, excuse me, but all of our fat's gonna touch because I'm coming through. That is how Saren is getting through. Saren is telling people, excuse me, trying to get them to move, but regardless, they are making a path through.
Yep. And if Verity is with her, she'll bring out her loud law enforcement voice. Just move out the way. Coming through.
Lord, don't embarrass me at the party with your cop voice. It's fine. I still like you.
Make it the teacher voice then.
No, you're the voice. So like when ambulances go by the siren sound, but like the kind that talk. No. You're the voice in the back. That's the siren sound that's talking, saying, "Excuse me, get out of the way, coming through. Please mind your lefts and right." Mm-hmm. Like behind Saren as she like
keep all your arms and legs inside the ride.
Yeah, I hate the talking ambulance things. It's so weird, but I understand. Like I understand. It's just really weird. So you're cutting through the path pretty like solidly. Like you're definitely. So I keep reading Zoom chat and it keeps saying the exact same thing, which is Verity's last comment, and I keep going. Oh right, Verity had a small child. Never mind. Every time, like, cause I was like, there were cats, and then suddenly we got.
I got a 4-year-old, little diva.
Okay, so you guys, the two of you are cutting through the crowd, and so I feel like I should draw a map, but I'm not going to draw a map because I don't need one. But I'm gonna. There's Saren's house. There's the place where you're going to meet our friends, which I'm going to write X, which is not helpful. Oliver, Trixie, Beatrix are over there. I'm like, you're not going to see this map. I just need to know, I need to know where everyone physically is because there's 4 things happening simultaneously in this episode.
No, who the fuck's trying to call me? Don't call me.
And You're making good time. Like, despite the crowd of people, you're like it's still slower than it would have been if there weren't that many people in your way. But you are gonna make your way to the elevator, make your way up the thing to like the regular, not the sketchy elevator, like the regular public-facing elevator. Like slightly faster than the back sketchy one that no one takes care of, but no one goes back there, so it's fine. The one where you found Derek, you're not taking that elevator. You're taking like the front-facing one. Situational awareness team. What is it like as you're making your way through this crowd?
So lots of smells, lots of sounds, lots of noise, lots of people talking, trying to get scaffolding up.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm still feeling sketchy. I'm feeling froggy. I've tried to kill like 2 people today, and twice I've been told, no, don't kill them. So I'm just kind of my perception is up. Not because I'm trying to, but just because my nerves are up.
So as you're making your way towards the not sketchy elevator, the front-facing one, the public-facing elevator, I'm going to say you are aware, but the question is, do you stop when you see Oliver, Trixie, and Beatrix?
No, they should be fine. It's broad daylight.
Oliver, Trixie, and Piper. Okay, cool.
Kids got this. The boy won't care. Have a surprise.
Surprise! They don't see you because there's a lot of people and they're not used to like the number of people, but like you see them because they are coming out of the elevator you're passing. And they're like, wait, they're gonna meet at the bar, right? We said at the bar Horatio, was that correct? Okay. Does Kira remember that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm gonna say Kira has a awareness of time, partly because you're aware of the entire universe. So you are gonna be aware in about 10 minutes you're supposed to be meeting them. We'll get back to what Kira's gonna do about getting to them, and also Sorcha being there at the same time. And you just like, but Arnica and Verity, you make your way. Not Arnica, Saren and Verity, you make your way. Once you're out of Gelspar, Ardell is the thing about it is Gelspar. Ardell is still crowded, but like it's not the same crush of people that was currently happening in Gelspar. So even though it's a lot of people, and normally it'd be difficult to maneuver, it's wildly easier now because there's still less people now. Like it's still a lot of people, but there's less of them. And it's such a tightly packed space. So you're making good time. You make pretty good time to get to the Baron's house. And when you get to the Baron's house, I can't remember his major domo's name. I think it's like Sebastian, I want to say. That sounds like what I would have named them.
I'm almost certain it's Sebastian.
Okay. That's okay. Opens the door for you. Explain your presence.
Really, he looks at Saren and asks, explain your presence?
He doesn't say that. I'm saying, like, he opens the door and he's like, how can I help you? Like,
you would know why she's here.
The slime encrusted shirt that's still clinging to me and go, so I've returned his shirt. I need to speak to Maddox.
Okay. Because he's going to do like the one over, like he can buy a new one. He doesn't need that one back. Like, you can keep that one. Okay.
But I need to speak to Maddox.
He is in the study. He'll like step back and like the thing about it is, even though like you just met the Baron like a couple weeks ago, you've also been at his house enough that he knows you don't need him to like. He's not like you. He would normally, if you were anybody else, he would escort you to where the Baron is currently at. But he's like, I don't want to know. Like I don't like taking Saren to the Baron is a mistake that they don't pay me enough to deal with. And I don't want to know this information, so I'm just going to trust them to get there on their own. Because he's the major domo, he's been in this house the entire time, every time you've ever been doing anything with the Baron. He doesn't need to know that about his boss.
We already learned.
Yeah, he learned the hard way. He doesn't want to know anymore.
He's like, I didn't want to learn that my boss is about him, but you know what? Let's just pretend it didn't happen.
I know, I knew that he knew that before, but now he has visual reference that he's seeing with his own eyes.
Right, there's knowledge, and then there's knowledge.
Yeah, there's knowing something in theory, and then there's knowing something.
Someone please explain this to Sorcha before she makes a horrible mistake.
Knowing things and knowing things, or the bottom?
Knowing things and knowing things.
Oh.
knowing things theoretically and knowing things by actually having seen it in your face or face to face. Like, elephants are big because you read it, but if you're standing in front of an elephant, they're big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the difference between knowing it from
It's like knowing
or experiencing.
Yeah, it's like being on a roller coaster. You know the fall won't kill you, but when you know that the roller coaster is not going to kill you until you're on, and you're like, maybe it will actually. I don't know. It's like that. At least for me personally, that's what it's like. Like, I know I'm not going to die on this roller coaster, but suddenly I'm falling, and you know what? Maybe I could die on this roller coaster. It could be my day. Thank you, Final Destination, for that nightmare. So the bear,
Final Destination lives rent free in everybody's head because none of us will ever drive behind a truck.
No, oh no, only
with timber on it again.
A specific subset of people of a specific age will never do that because we all were like, nah, we saw that once. All of us.
Will not drive behind that truck.
To be fair, I already didn't do that because I'm from a logging state, and they literally teach us in driver's ed, don't ever do that because if the chain comes off, no one but God can save you, and God doesn't care. Like they told you that in driver's ed when you were an old millennial.
Yeah. I don't know. So have you seen Final Destination that we're referring to? I don't know. Okay, so yeah.
I know it. My siblings saw it. I saw 10 minutes of it and went, this is a trap and everyone's going to die, and got up and walked out.
I've seen the beginning of almost every Final Destination movie, and then I never watched the rest of them. I know they're all gonna die, so never mind. Like, this one of them's not gonna die, and then they'll die in the next movie. Like, that's just how it works. I also don't do horror movies, and I don't need that nightmare. Like, I have. Anyway. Oh, hi Gambit. Welcome. Thanks for the subscription. 17 months. Holy shit. That's like Ace's mom had a baby by now.
That baby has teeth now.
No. Sorry. In One Piece, One Piece, they were trying to kill all the potential children that were going to be Gold Roger's kid. So his mom stayed pregnant extra long to throw them off. Magic, pirate magic. Don't question it.
Yeah, no. Like hell, I will single-handedly kill everybody who steps to my ship before I stay pregnant extra long. Fuck.
She was pregnant for several, you could have had 2 babies in the time that she was pregnant, just to make sure that they didn't accidentally, on purpose, murder her child. Yeah.
I'm about to make the One Punch Man look like a bitch the way I clear the deck. Like hell before I stay pregnant an extra. No.
There's a date that you're supposed to leave my body. You're done. She was like, "No, you stay there for a little bit longer. Just stay." Anyway, One Piece. Don't worry about it. It's magic. It's pirate magic. It's fine.
I'm just saying, you could use that same pirate magic to whoop their asses. That's a lot of time and energy and effort. I'm gonna just wax their ass, my hips, my ankles, my knees, my back. Do you know how often you're peeing by the time you're at week 38? Because the answer is every 45 minutes. Every 45 minutes you're peeing because that nigga has kicked you in your ribs or your lungs or your bladder. If she's strapped on for an extra 9.5 months, you better shoot them motherfuckers.
I know. There's a lot of problems in One Piece could be solved, but it's like an adult with power just killed everyone in power because they're all bad at their jobs. I get true for the real world too. Like, you know what? Maybe we should just. Anyway. On topic. You are in the Baron's house. The Baron is in his study, doing Baronly shit. I don't know. He's just doing paperwork. It's like a weekend. Like, he is dressed, but like casual dress, but like not casual, but like rich people casual. So you can see his ankles. They're bare. He might not even be wearing shoes. No, that's too porny. He's definitely wearing. He's wearing like slippers, but you can see his ankles. Like, the ankles are definitely being flashed.
See, now I'm Victorian horny. He's got his ankles on display. He's real Lucky Berries here. See? Ooh, ankle.
I mean,
this isn't against TOS, is it? Ankles.
No, it's above the feet. I think ankles are fine.
I have questions about that. Like what qualifies as foot porn on but that's not important. Topic. Team. We promise Valerie we stay on topic. So you enter the Baron's study. The Baron looks up. He is vaguely confused at your appearance, and by appearance I mean you're covered in his shirt and slime. It's only been like 2 days since he saw you, and you're still wearing the exact same thing he saw you wearing last time. Only it's now covered in like dried slime.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna shake my fingers through my hair and then peel off his shirt and chuck it at him and be like, I owe you a new shirt. Also, can I borrow your shirt?
He's gonna like dodge the shirt you just threw at him.
Makes 2 shirts, Saren.
Side note, what was Saren wearing under the shirt? Or
Saren ain't wearing nothing under the shirt.
She came from Hanky Panky.
Okay, wait a second. Have we been in a Skyrim with Saren not wearing pants?
Oh no, I've been wearing pants. I'm just not wearing a bra.
Oh, okay, I was just like, wait a second.
Are we going to like? Yes, I don't know.
Like what?
But I am not scared to fight ass out. I will Winnie the Pooh my way through the rest of this finale. Try me.
That's what I was asking. That's what I was asking. Were you Winnie the Pooh and you lost
Straight
the red
Donald
shirt?
ducking it. No.
Okay.
No, but I am now topless, demanding the shirt he's currently wearing.
He will dodge the shirt that you throw at him, specifically because when you take it off and throw it, it suddenly is sharp.
Ooh.
You know, like, let me rephrase that statement. It is
It's
not
like a
soft
sharp
fabric.
booger. It's like a sharp booger because it used to be mucus.
Yeah, basically, like it's like stiff.
Like like the sharp boogers. Okay. You threw a
It's
booger
like
at
a
your
dry
lover.
booger, but it's like slime from a
A
gel.
skyworm booger. Okay, well,
I
at
was
least that's
covered
cool.
in Skyworm Booger. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, basically that. Shenanigans have been, yeah. So surprisingly enough, he actually gets up, walks like to like it's his desk. There's like a wall. He like opens the wall, and there's like a secret stash of like shirts. Because I don't know if you've ever worked in an office where like you live in your office sometimes.
Yeah.
So you have like a secret stash of clothes in your office that you can just change your shirt and suddenly you're wearing a different outfit. No one sees your pants because you're sitting behind your desk. He does that. He pulls one of those out and like goes like shakes it out and goes, here, have a selection. I have 5. So you're allowed to go select the shirt. There's like unimportant, but he doesn't ask why you're there. That's just not a question that. Because I'm sure he knows, and you know that he knows that whatever you're about to tell him, he probably isn't going to enjoy because 1, you're not by yourself, so it's not fun time. 2, you threw a shirt at him that was covered in sharp booger juice.
Those are both really fair observations. Good for him.
So he's not gonna like he is smart enough to know not to ask, but he knows you're gonna tell him regardless. How are you breaking the news to the Baron? Band-aid off, slow, steady, lightly bleeding wound, bait and switch.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Kind of a funny story.
start getting into the shirt slowly. Just unbutton it, sleeve on. Not even gonna bother buttoning it back up yet. Get like 1 to hold it shut. Good enough.
Yeah.
Turn, look at him and be like, so I have bad news. I have terrible news. And I have possibly the most ridiculous thing I'm ever going to say to another adult. Which would you like first?
Well, the bad news involve a dead body.
No.
Does
Yes.
the ridiculous,
No.
Does the worst news involve a dead body?
You're going to wish there were dead bodies.
So there are no dead people.
You will wish I had come bringing you tales of corpses.
Okay. He like sits at his desk and he like does like steepled finger, like what's his face is Dick Dad from Evangelion, that thinking face with the glasses doing the thing.
The Gendo pose.
Yeah, that thing. He's doing that, like just like weighing the pros of, I don't know his name. I don't know anyone's fucking name in any show. He's just, what's his face is Dick Dad. Go to fucking therapy. Your wife's dead. I don't, right. And also don't take it out on your kid. Anyway, he's doing that pose. He's doing the thinking pose, and he goes, what's the kind of funny story that's what was option C? Let's go there. You can only get better from that, right?
Sure, babe. How about this? How about there is easily the largest skyworm I have ever heard of, wrapped around the entire underside of Geldspar, and we pulled Louise's ex-wife and a crystal out of it.
Ardell, I think,
Ardell.
right?
No, it's under Geldspar, because if it was under Ardell, we'd be able to see it.
Yeah, Gelspar's at the bottom, Ardell is above Gelsspar. You can see Ardell from the worm. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He looks at you. It only gets better from here, right?
It's funny you ask. That was possibly the least distressing news I had to bring you, was that there's a giant worm helping to hold us up. So a little less strain on crystal. No, so gosh, what's the best way to put this? We might be a little bit fucked, because there is definitely some crew somewhere mining not just the entire underside of Ardell and Geldspar have been honeycombed out, but they've got ways to travel that I would need Sorsha to explain to you, so you're going to need to come with us.
Oh, wait a second. You think people did that out of game?
No, but people are using it. I don't think people did that, but Sarah is unsure, and it just seems easier to say they've tunneled it than to try to guess.
Okay, just checking. You said there were 3 things, though?
Yeah. So, well, no. You know what? I think the third one should maybe wait.
He's gonna raise his hand, but like it's the Mel from Firefly, like, and then you stop and you go, I feel like we made that reference the other day, and I think someone made that reference to the meme of what's his face going and he just never mind.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts to ask a question, and he goes, you know what? Specifically, why me?
Because apparently you have something in your basement that could help.
Wait, really? He's mentally going through the inventory of items in his basement going, how? Is this related to the thing that we're not talking about till later?
Are you asking me, or is he asking me?
He's asking you if the thing that's in his basement that could help is related to the third thing that you're not telling him about.
It is.
He doesn't know that you know there's a crystal in his basement.
Yeah.
So he's like, what could be in my basement that Saren thinks could help in this situation that isn't the crystal? Oh, it must be related to the thing that we're not talking about, which means there's a crystal problem happening in Geldspar again. Okay, I'm glad we're all on the same page. Verity, this has happened in front of you. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the Baron before you make for Gelswar again, or the basement specifically, actually, to gather the thing that he doesn't know that you know that's in his basement? Viv.
Yes.
I was saying, so that conversation just happened between Saren and the. Is there anything you would like to inform the Baron, like that you think Saren might have missed? That there needs to be a professional involved with.
I mean, so far she's basically being in the background and just like, yeah, I know it's completely crazy, isn't it? Yeah. Just like, there's more, but maybe we should wrap our hand around this first and deal with the problem of the crystals that we have, because there's more stuff to talk about, but it's all more crazy.
Worse than he's gonna be like, is the third thing worse than Gelswar falling out of the sky?
No, just crazier.
Okay, cool. Because I feel like I did a lot of work to make that not happen for you to come to tell me, BT Dubs, fuck that up.
Well, it shouldn't. But we might want to hurry along.
Okay, and like he's gonna go in like a drawer, and like you can like pull out a key that leads to the basement door, and he's gonna be like, follow me to the basement, full of things that just don't touch anything, and don't make eye contact with most things. Actually,
okay.
But definitely don't touch anything.
I mean, she's law enforcement. She would just put her hands in her pocket.
yeah. I mean, that's fair. Imagine the basement being the basement in Cardcaptor Sakura, full of just weird shit. It's like on like metal shelves. It's like in like a back corner. There's like a giant like empty space because there's no shelf there. And Verity, you see a fuzzy friend curled up at the base of a giant thing covered in a tarp.
Fuzzy friend, what are you doing here?
It like looks up and sees you and like makes happy chirping noises and like, but doesn't leave the thing that it's laying on, which is the tarp that it's hiding. Something is hiding behind. Oh, okay, never mind. Do you approach Fuzzy Friend?
Yeah. It's like, where have you been? I've been looking for you. Are you okay?
Fuzzy Friend is very excited to see you, and they're like making like happy puppy yipping fox noises. But like they're doing the like thing that like small animals that are smart and herd, trying to herd you towards the thing that it's like sitting on. Which the Baronet goes, I'm assuming you're referring to this thing, and like kind of like lifts it like the way you lift like a bed skirt to show what's under the bed, but like don't make eye contact for too long with it because it's gonna like eat you because it's under your bed. But it's crystal. It's the old crystal of Gelswar that is you haven't. I don't think you've seen it since it left. Does anyone? Okay, yeah. So you know how like the what is it? Good crystals are white. Purple crystals are bad. This one's like a weird grayish color. So like still on the white side of things, and like the untouched by color because it hasn't been mixed with anything because all the bad things have been eaten out of it. But like gray. But like still glowing, but like
visibly
gray.
dying.
Yeah, like the light that it is giving off is not white, it is now gray. Like it is not blue light being given off, like in the spectrum of light colors. It's kind of milky and pale. It's like being like in Silent Hill, basically. But like light. So kind of sketchy, definitely don't want to breathe it, but it probably won't kill you, but it's definitely not, you shouldn't breathe that in. He's gonna ask you, do we need to bring this with us? And if so, how do you plan on moving it?
We do, and lucky for you, I've already moved one in public today. Do you have about 3 yards of bright red cloth and some string?
I mean, it's covered in a giant, like, blue tarp.
No, a blue tarp isn't gonna work. I'm serious, the blue tarp will not work.
I probably can ask Sebastian if we have some things like that. I'm sure in case of emergency, it exists in this house, and we have rope. And he says it in a very specific look at Saren way. Like, I don't understand why you're asking that. But I don't know about
preferably rope that we don't want back. Not the soft rope.
Well, no, you use... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, no, you don't get that rope back either because you cut it free with the shears. So you keep buying more of it.
You're not very good at knots. I don't have to cut my ropes when I'm done. Okay, I'm done.
It's expedient.
Expediency is for an emergency. This is not an emergency. Oh, okay. We are in this for a good time, not a long time.
Okay.
I'll untie the ropes when I'm done.
Okay.
Okay.
But like, he has enough rope that you could. It's like being a D&D character. There's rope in your bag. Don't worry about it. He has enough money to buy more rope. Like, he only has one kind of rope because that's the kind of rope that you buy in bulk.
How? Okay. So he only has soft sex rope in his house. That is too funny.
Tying up?
I love it.
Realistically, what other rope do you have in your house?
Okay. Rope comes in like 17 different kinds. There's nylon ropes that you use for outside.
He only has sex ropes.
He only has sex ropes. That's what I was saying. Yeah, he only has
he doesn't tie up newspapers in twine. He doesn't tie up newspapers to put out on the side of the sidewalk.
Like I said, he's spoiled ass. All he has is sex rope. All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need. Oh well, I live in the boonies. I have like 3 different kinds of rope.
Okay. Yeah. No.
And only one of them is sex rope.
Okay. Sorry. As a city person, we have the kind of rope that you use for sex things or tying up newspaper. He doesn't get the newspaper, so what does he need other kind of rope for?
I love you so much.
Anyway. Hi, we've been raided. Welcome. I hope you didn't come in this weird time that we said weird things about rope and stuff.
I'm really sorry if you just missed the entire sex rope versus real rope debate because it was excellent.
I mean, I feel like real rope and sex rope can be used for the same purpose, just for different people.
I don't recommend it. Anyway, so I need 3 yards of red fabric and fine, I'll take the sex rope.
Okay, so materials are required. While you are acquiring this material, hey Kira, you have realized that time has passed. You're still within the 72 hours of still being high. However, time has passed and you are aware that you're supposed to be meeting some people at a bar that you know exists not in Saren's house. Are you okay?
Yes. Sorry, I was welcoming raiders, and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then I forgot how to unmute myself.
I think you're so muted.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think with the bolt of realization, I can't miss meeting the others. Sorcha.
Yes.
We need to go out. I said I would meet Piper and Trixie and Oliver and show them around Gilspa.
Can you even walk in a straight line right now?
Does it matter?
Definitely. I've always been walking in a straight line the whole time. Also,
Sorcha will actually go over to Kira and tug her to her feet and see if she can walk in a straight line.
Yeah, I'm still lying on the floor, thinking that I can. I will give it my best.
That's all we can ask.
Yeah.
I don't have enough.
Is it?
Yes.
This is more of a drunk than a high thing, but
I mean, listen. I told you, it's like you. It's that moment where Raven sees the future. So it's basically the same thing.
Sorry. The very first time I ever got drunk and I had to, I was being picked up by my parents and they would not be pleased if I was drinking. So I was like, first time I'm ever drunk, I've really got to nail this not seeming sober thing. And I was so fucking proud of myself. I walked out to the car. I was like, hello, how are you? Did you have a good evening? And my mother just looked straight at me and she was like, where the fuck are your shoes, Zoe? And I just walked out through the mud without any shoes on. So I feel like that is the vibe that I've got going right now.
Everything's normal except for you're not wearing shoes. Perfectly legitimate.
Perfectly normal.
And you don't notice as you walk through a regular city street that you're not currently wearing shoes. Sorcha, do you mention the lack of footwear in the situation?
Absolutely.
Now that Kira is walking in a straight line, they have proven that they can walk in a straight line. Not that they
In fact, Sorcha's gonna be like, well, are you forgetting anything?
I don't know. What am I forgetting?
I guarantee you are forgetting something.
Oh, well, it's probably not important if I've not remembered it, honestly.
No, it's pretty important.
I'm gonna grab onto Sorcha and be like, look, I don't know as many smart things as you. What have I forgotten?
What is it?
Help me. And then in a really whisper that is not a whisper, I'm gonna be like, I really want to make sure that they don't think I really need to prove myself with these weird fancy people. Also, Oliver's super cute. To tell you I said that.
Oh. Sorcha's just gonna point down at her feet.
I'm
Lack
gonna
of shoes.
begin swearing a bunch and then go to find whatever the hell happened to my shoes. I don't even know when they went away.
I feel like realistically, Saren stole your shoes, knowing that you didn't have shoes, you couldn't leave.
Saren, did you steal the shoes?
They're hidden. They are hidden.
That's the thing. I feel like when you're a little kid and you don't want to leave somewhere, you just take someone's shoes and then you can't leave. You have no shoes on. Logic. So you can't find your shoes. They've been hidden in a way because, unlike you, Kira, Saren was sober when they hid the shoes. And Sorcha is not helpful in any way, shape, or form about finding things.
Sorcha absolutely saw where the shoes were hidden. She's not saying anything though.
So you're leaving? You definitely are going to leave. That is a.
Funny enough, I would like to point out that Saren, whose feet are about 4 sizes bigger than Kira,
I was gonna say
has spare shoes next to their door.
I was gonna say I'm 100% gonna take Saren's shoes, but I was gonna ask. I assume they are 3-4 sizes too big.
So your options are shoes that are too big for you, clearly, or no shoes at all. Which one will stand out the most?
I'm gonna take the shoes and I'm gonna put them in my bag. Then I can do both.
Okay. So
love it.
Okay. So here's my final question before you leave the house. There's a crystal floating in the ceiling corner.
I think it's fine. It stopped growing now. I don't think it's going to explode. Or should we take it with us?
How? Also,
Saren.
Kira, Saren's gonna be back soon.
You don't know that.
But by then, I will have already been where I was meant to meet them, and then they might not be there anymore.
I can go and make sure that they stay there. Tell them that you're going to be a little bit late.
And that gives me more time to find some shoes.
Indeed. This way you can, if you find your shoes, you can come and join me. But, it's better if I go tell them so that you can find your shoes.
Or you could bring them back here. Or I could just come and it would.
Or I could bring them back here, absolutely.
Or you can go to your house and get your other shoes from your home and meet you at your house.
I'm gonna be like, and there's like this moment of like, I've got more shoes. I'm gonna go get shoes. Go and tell them I'm on my way, and then I will be there soon.
Wait, no, doesn't the crystal need babysitting?
Oh, that's true. Maybe I should take it to my workshop.
The alpaca can watch it.
Yeah.
No, no, God, no.
So the thing about it is the crystal, so by the way, Kira, because you can still hear it, when it realizes that you're leaving, because the thing about the crystal is, it is sentient in the way that a small child is sentient. So once it realizes that you can hear it, while it's not talking to you, it's listening to you. And when it realizes that you're leaving, it's like, wait, if I go with this person, I can get closer to my sibling. I'm in danger. So you're basically being, you know what it's like? You know, the Emperor's New Groove?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a good movie.
Yeah, but you know the scene where, there's the devil on Kronk's shoulder and there's the angel on Kronk's shoulder?
Yes.
The crystal is one shoulder and Sorcha's the other shoulder. You can pick who's who.
I think I am absolutely, like, completely surprised to find that I think Sorcha is actually the good.
Know that. Does Kira know that? Or is she listening to the new sentient friend that they've made?
I think it's more that, like, I feel really bad for how many crystals I've used in various machines over the many years.
You're gonna leave me here by myself?
I really feel like I need to look after the crystal.
You know what?
No.
In fact, Sorcha's gonna put her hands on her hips and point to a chair near the crystal and just sit down and entertain your guest for a little while. I'll be right back until Saren gets back.
Okay.
It needs babysitting, and we don't really have a means of carrying it with us right now.
Okay. I fall onto the sofa again, and then I'm like, I'm face down on the sofa again. Will you get me some shoes?
I'll pick up your shoes too.
Okay. Good. So I'm just confirming, Sorcha's now leaving Kira and the crystal alone in the house.
In fact, Sorcha, I'm guessing that Saren, when Sorcha was bringing Saren all the booze, Sorcha definitely has Saren's house key.
No, but yes. Saren did not give anyone Saren's house key, but yes, you do in fact have a house key that will open Saren's door.
Well, I meant, yeah, because Sorcha kept bringing, like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Saren never gave you a key. You acquired a key somehow,
that's
but
fine.
No one...
Sorcha is going to, like, you know how some doors have, like, you can lock the doorknob or you can lock the deadbolt?
Yeah.
Sorcha's going to lock them both. After checking to make sure all the windows are locked.
Okay.
Just to make sure.
Okay.
But before she goes, she's also going to leave a note that that the only way to keep Kira from leaving is to go inform her friends that Kira is going to be late.
Okay.
What if there's a fire, Sorcha?
Don't start a fire.
Sorcha's leaving. That decreases the fire risk.
Honestly, yes, that is true.
Valid. But I'm confirming that we are leaving Kira and the crystal alone.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorcha is taking Icarus with her, like putting Icarus back in the bag, but like leaving just a little hole in the bag so some light can get in because Icarus is very mesmerized by it. But not enough for Icarus to get out because Icarus is still swaddled and is enjoying all the sugar being poured into his mouth.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
So yeah, Sorcha's going to head over at like a pretty decent pace towards where the meeting was going to happen.
It is the bar that I can't remember the name of that Horatio is a regular at. how does Sorcha navigate crowded convention floors?
Gravity well. No.
God damn it, gravity well.
No, I mean yes, but no. We're not. I mean.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Sorcha's gonna use cause she's got a big glowy staff. She's gonna make it really bright and just start holding it out in front of her and
clearing the way. Okay, but so
she's not bonking anyone. She's just making herself really obvious.
You're the non-talking siren that follows behind an ambulance when an emergency is happening.
Yeah.
You're a siren when the light goes off, but there's no sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she is saying excuse me, but she's not stopping. She's got the
yeah. Cool. So have you been to that bar before? No, right? You haven't been.
Sorcha's been all over the place interviewing absolutely everyone.
Right. Okay, that's true. You did talk to a bunch of people. And I feel like Kira gave directions that were vaguely accurate. Like, they were definitely accurate, but it was and then you see the blue pole, and then you go left, and that is true, but that isn't. It's actually I give directions.
And I'd imagine she knows approximately where it is. Yeah. If it's not literally in someone's garage in the far end of Geldspar, she probably knows where it is.
Okay, cool. So so again, we're gonna do the 4-panel screen, and then we're gonna go to our break. So there's the scene where there's Kira on the couch and the crystal hovering up in the corner, because it can't control the direction it hovers in, it just kind of does. Magnets, how do they work? We'll never know. But it is, however, whispering, what's the best way to guilt Kira into doing something? The thing about the crystal is, I'm saying sentient because it thinks and has thoughts and stuff. It doesn't have feelings the way it has feelings the way little kids have feelings, and which the joke is little kids will lie to get their way because they think it's the fastest way to do the thing that they want, because they don't know any better until they learn better and they stop doing that. Crystal hasn't learned that. There's still the lie to get my way part, and it knows that you feel guilty about using its siblings for things, so it's going straight for emotional manipulation.
I don't think it takes much at all.
Okay, so you're being emotionally manipulated by a crystal into freeing it outside of the house and taking it to its sibling. We'll see how you get out the house because the doors are all locked.
And the windows.
Actually, all the front doors are locked. There are other doors that are not locked.
No, Sorcha checked all the doors.
Yeah,
okay.
She checked. Yeah. She knows better. She knows to check everything. Anything that can
Okay.
She's thoroughly locked in the house.
Okay. Fire hazard, but that's okay. Verity, Saren, and the Baron are ballooning, wagoning. How are you carrying this crystal down to Geldspar? Are you taking the front door or the back sketchy stairs?
Which one is closer to his house?
Well, not sketchy stairs. He's rich.
Well, then we're taking the nice one. We're taking the short one.
Okay.
Me and him and Verity all walking his contribution to the parade, this gorgeous red dragon balloon. It's ugly too. It looks like it got put together by somebody who has the craft skills of a Pinterest mom, because Sarah's got the craft skills of a Pinterest mom who doesn't even want to be on Pinterest. So it is easily the ugliest excuse for a dragon balloon anyone has ever seen, and it's just floating real saggy like a hip height. It looks sorry as hell, and we got him right in the middle holding his rope with it.
Oh no.
So that's happening in panel 2. Panel 3 is Sorcha making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past. They're bar bound. And then the fourth panel is our good long hobo friend, Rebecca. breaking and entering into a place that Kira recognizes. Because Kira has been there. And it's in Galspar. And it has crystal in it. No, it's not the stable. It's not. I mean, yes, there's a pony there, but no, it's not the stable. Because
Going to-
Rebecca. Yes.
She's going to meet my llama and horse.
Yes.
That hoe in
Yes.
your house.
That hoe is in your house. She followed the other source of crystal. It's like she was following the other sources of crystal, but the other source of crystal in Galspar is your house. Sorry, you've collected a lot of them because. Anyway, we're going on break. We'll be back in like 10 minutes, give or take. Well, have fun. It'll be fine. Are you sure? Can everyone hear us? Are we back?
Yeah, I'm very sure the mic is on.
Okay, cool. BTW, I forgot to mention it. Val's doing Extra Life, so every time you subscribe, every time Val gets $1, and she spends that dollar giving it to children who are dying faster than you. You should subscribe. I'm just putting it out there, just as a thought. Also, you can join the Discord to join Extra Life games. Yes. That's a thing. Yeah, there it goes in the chat. You're running 3 days worth of games. That sounds right. And you can sign up for them and stuff, and you should do that. Because charity and kids dying faster than you need their help. And if you can afford it, you should do it. If you're broke, don't spend money helping dying children because you're broke. And they, you know what I mean? Like, don't set yourself on fire to warm, you know? I can't hear you. Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime and you have Twitch Sub Prime and you haven't used it, this would be the perfect time to use it. Just putting it out there. Anyway, so we're back. Hi, everyone. Oh my God, hold on a second. Sorry, I'm not going anywhere. I know where it is. Sorry, I had a food thought. Now the question is to find the food item in my desk. Found it. Chili mangoes. So yeah, who wants to go first? Currently we have the Baron, Saren, and Verity in the regular people elevator. With a bad dragon. And then we have.
I'm sorry, I was summoned.
Right, you said bad dragon and you've lost us.
I know what you're talking about.
There we go.
Anyway. Kira, you're being whispered to about how you owe this crystal some help. You do. And they would like to go to their parent. You should help this child go home. And get your shoes.
I'm going to, yeah. There is a moment where I'm like, oh, but Sorcha said to stay, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I gotta do this. And then I
ever had a good idea that you should listen to before this?
Should I roll like persuasion for Sorcha to see how convincing she was?
Sorcha's left.
I know, but how convincing she was? How?
No, because the crystal is using emotional guilt. No matter how convincing you were convincing at the time, but a new person that started talking to me and told me something different, and suddenly I have a new idea. It's like, yeah, my mother sitting in front of me, touching the stove is a bad idea. But then you left.
Also, like, my attention span at the moment is very short, and it's really what's it going on right in front.
Definitely real, like, it was a real good argument, and definitely,
and I definitely believed in it at the time, but now I've like kind of forgotten what most of those good points were.
Hang on, I'm getting a phone call.
In real life. And then we have Becca breaking into your house. And and Sorcha going to the bar. So for everyone is, who would like to go first? And if you pick Becca breaking into the house, I will. The answer is going to be Kira.
I don't mind going first, but I think a lot of it's going to be me realizing I can't get out of the house.
Sure, come up with Kira, your job is to come up with a plan and leave the house. It doesn't have to be subtle. Subtlety is not the key in this situation.
See, the thing is, I think I might give up after a while. And I'm going to try and sit down and talk to the crystal and be like, we will do that. We just got to wait for my friends to come back.
So the crystal knows everything. tapped into the universe. They know where Saren keeps their spare key. You know, like, you have a spare key, right? That's not just a me thing.
Sorcha's. That's what
Sorcha
Sorcha has.
spare key.
No, Sorcha has another key that mysteriously exists that no one ever gave them.
I assume it's because they stole my spare.
Yeah, I assume that Sorcha stole the spare.
But if Sorcha stole the spare, does Sorcha not return this? Like, wouldn't Saren know? Like, if I stole the spare key, I would then make a copy of the spare key and put it back.
If somebody stole my spare, somebody could have stole my spare key anytime in the last 2.5 years. I wouldn't fucking know until someone came in my house and I had to punch them.
Yeah, Saren,
like, I don't even chat.
Sorcha did not make a copy. She is using the spare key and intended to return it, but it has slipped her mind.
Okay.
I assume when Sorcha was supplying Saren with booze,
yes,
was probably a time in which Saren may have told her where the key was, spare key was.
That's fair. See, when I steal people's spare key, I then make a copy and put the original one back so you never know that it was stolen. Because you don't want to get caught, because that's how having someone else's spare key is supposed to work. They're not supposed to know you have it.
Oh, see, I so rarely give a fuck about being caught doing anything.
I don't want to complain.
Sorcha, it's not about being caught here. It's about, like Sarah knows that Sorcha's getting in and out somehow.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
sorry, my mouth is burning.
You know, in this case, she figures that it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
Okay. So yeah, so the crystal does tell Kira where the key was and should have been. There's in fact an indentation where the key should have been, and the dust circle around it has been recently wiped away. But still visible, because when it's like layers of dust, like even when you remove the thing and then wipe it, there's still the outline of the thing, because like the dust has like history.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where the spare key was there. Yeah, it burns. A lot actually. So now the two of you are trying to conspire on how to get out of the house.
Yeah.
The crystal has answers, but like they're like not the kind that are helpful to people with bodies and physical existence, and can't actually. Actually, so remember when Sorcha explained to Becca how to make portals?
Mm-hmm.
I was just that is an option. I'm the voice of God is telling you that, but also Crystal's telling you that. Like, hey, remember the portal thing? We can do that. And by we, I mean the crystal.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I believe in you.
I guess using a portal, like, kind of isn't technically leaving. I'm just kind of, I'm not leaving out the door. It probably doesn't count,
I mean, I would not count it.
Explained how to do it with magic, specifically.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. I do not have magic.
Okay, and yeah, the crystal can't give it to you. It's not like that. It's not that kind of sharing is caring. It can be fun deal. Okay, you're trapped in the house and you're trying to figure out how to leave. Mm-hmm. We'll get back to you and how you're. Yep.
Cool. Yeah.
While that's happening, while you're discussing this, in your own house, two people are there. Well, one person we know is there, and then the person who I remember I mentioned was following Becca is also there. Both of which Kira knows, actually. Kira knows both of these people. Mm-hmm. Becca only knows Becca doesn't know the other person who's following them, just as an aside. Also, she's not aware that they're following her because situational awareness is real low, because when everything's trying to kill you, you just stop listening. And she's like rummaging through your stuff in your workshop, and That's true. You could just break the window.
I would be in trouble if I broke. So.
See?
No, I know. I was reading. I was like, oh yeah. I didn't even think about breaking the window. Derek thought about it for a hot second, throwing himself out of the window that one time.
I feel like Sorcha left with the full confidence that Saren is scary enough for Kira to not try to break the window.
I just saw your comment. No, it's true.
No, we just break the window. It's like, what? Like, we could just leave. Also, I would like to say, I feel like I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. Technically, Kira, you have now been kidnapped.
By Sorcha?
Legally, the definition of kidnapping is when you are not allowed to leave a space that you would desire to leave because you are being impeded. You can be kidnapped, but being locked somewhere also qualifies as being kidnapped because you can't leave.
Come true.
I finally got to kidnap Kira. I've been trying for like weeks. Just not in the...
The prophecy has been fulfilled.
You're welcome.
Thank you for helping me kidnap Kira. It's 7 weeks too late, but it's okay. But like I said, Becca's going through the stuff in your house, looking for things. The alpaca and the Applejacks are... You could hear them like making noises. It sounds like she locked them in a different room so she could do some work. So I'm sorry about your bathroom. There's now an alpaca and a Applejacks in there, as opposed to like just wandering freely through your whole house. They are not confined to that one bathroom. It's like when you have cats and you're moving, you just put them in that one bathroom and you go, it's fine. Saren and Verity or Cree and Sorcha, who would like to go next in this 4-part? We've gone through two of the currently concurrent scenes.
I mean, Sorcha can go.
They're all happening at the exact same time, so it doesn't actually matter the order in which these things occur. So if Sorcha would like to go, you have arrived at the bar that I cannot think of the name of. Actually, I'm just going to give it a new name. Sorry, I'm going to look up a... Well, I need to know someone's name from something. Yes, it is called the Dutchman, right? Or the Denmark? You're Prince of what? Denmark, yeah. The bar is called the Denmark. Horatio works at the Denmark, or lives in the Denmark.
Okay.
No one, nothing? Okay.
Sorcha's going to poke her head in and look for Kira's friends.
Actually, no, you did meet them. They were at the party. Okay.
Yeah.
They are not huddled over a bar table with like drinks in front of them, like doing the touristy thing that tourists do when like they go to like France, like when Americans go to France, I guess, touristy thing, that thing, or like...
Yeah. Sorcha's going to her whole face is gonna light up, and she trots over to the table with that obliviousness that adults have, from a teenage perspective when they just come over and annoy you.
Yes.
Like that level of obliviousness. Hello, everyone.
They look up. They vaguely remember you but I don't think they talked to you at the party. I feel like you were going around collecting information and interrogating people at the same time.
She interrogated all of them.
Okay, yeah. Like they remember being interrogated. They don't remember much else about that particular interaction.
Wow, Sorcha for once didn't leave a strong impression.
No, you did. You left an impression of someone who was going to interrogate me about literally everything. But like in terms of like your relation to Kira, no, they don't. They don't know that. They don't recall that piece of information. So they kind of like look at you and they're like, and I feel like Sorcha is still wearing like their regular like I work at the archives, I'm from Ardell outfit.
Oh yeah, like Sorcha sticks out. All of her fabrics are like high quality and very brightly colored, and like they're not as clean as they could be because she's been inside of a skyworm.
Yes.
But she's still very, very loud.
Okay.
In terms of color and just style.
Oh, I was like, I lost my pen.
Like her outfit, her earrings are feathers, and she's got these just more feathers on her outfit. And it's a lot of green. There's some crimson.
Yeah, they notice you. Everyone notices you. Everyone in the bar is staring at you as you come over and like introduce yourself to these other obviously rich people who are visiting from out of town. In this bar that is basically like the local like hole in the wall. How are you approaching them in this situation?
Oh, she's just walking right up to the table.
Okay. When you walk up to the table, do you just say, hi, I'm here for Kira, or Kira's gonna be late? Like, how does this go?
Hi, I'm here on behalf of Kira.
Kira has a social secretary now?
No. We were actually underneath the cities and exploring tunnels and finding secrets and she's a little bit indisposed at the moment.
When you say indisposed, Oliver looks very concerned. Actually, all of them look very concerned, but like in different ways. So like Oliver looks, are you hurt? And Trixie and Piper look indisposed or like indisposed. Should be concerned, or is it this regular like feminine indisposed? That's like that's what Piper and Trixie's face are like. Where Oliver's like, are they dying? Should I be concerned? This sounds serious.
Sorcha just stops for a minute, realizes that she didn't really think this through a whole lot, and just like she's clearly trying to think of a way to answer this, and just looks around and just I mean, I guess if you want to help me watch her for a little while, well, she's fine, but
that sounds so suspicious.
This way, let's go to where she is, and I will explain.
It's true. Money will be tossed on the table.
Sorcha straight up pays for it. Sorcha will pay for it.
Okay. Money exchanges hands. The owners of the bar are compensated for their alcohol. The children leave with you as like little ducklings as you walk down the thing. How?
Sorcha's just going to be honest.
Okay.
So,
honest.
So we were exploring these tunnels, and it was very interesting because who knows what carved them out. In fact, there's this whole intricate network of blah blah blah, technical blah blah blah. Just and it turns out they could be we thought, hey, maybe they're using them for the drug trade, or maybe there's something hiding out in them that we could use go and solve. And there's so many things we could do. And then we found these. Look, we found these. Stop. Look, and she's gonna take Icarus out of her bag. I got a bird. It's from the tunnels. I've never seen anything like it. His name is Icarus. Oh, he's so cute. And it scritches.
Do you have your character sheet open?
My character sheet?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I need you to make a roll.
What roll?
It is one of the ones that are in the bottom. It's your acrobatics. Because you're in a very crowded space, say a convention hall, with a vaguely excitable sugar high bird.
And I can crit success it.
You can. Oh, right, you can. Because you have all the crits. Okay, never mind. Damn it. I'm gonna make you all use them all. It's fine. We're gonna get rid of them so I can have my bird back.
You're not getting your bird back.
I'm gonna free that bird for the last thing I do.
Sorcha likes the bird.
I know, but birds are the worst.
Look, Sorcha's being nice to one of your monsters.
Birds are the best.
Would you rather her kill all the monsters? Because she can kill all the monsters.
No, I don't want to kill any of the monsters, but I want
You literally did just start this whole episode complaining about how Sorsha and I keep slaughtering all your mobs. Right, and the one that she's like, oh, look, I'm going to protect this mob.
It wants to be free. It's like the bird in the Rescuers. Or no, Free Willy and Free Willy. No, actually, no, those should have been.
No, you were right. The bird and the Rescuers Down Under.
Once the thing is, she wants to train it before having it because she'll walk around and have it with her, and it won't be in a cage or anything. But she wants to make it learn that, hey, if you stay with Sorcha, you get food and scritches and a happy life where you don't have to fight with a bazillion other birds.
This Eldritch Monstera domesticity. You're trying to domesticate an Eldritch horror.
Yes, that is what Sorcha is going to do.
Okay.
But
animal handling in this, but it's okay.
She's sick. So this is the bird I got out of the tunnels, and then after that we found this huge slime monster that we got rid of, and she started walking again and gesturing for them. And it was
How loud is Sorcha talking?
She's not shouting.
Okay.
She's loud enough to be heard by them over the crowd, but she's not broadcasting her voice.
Okay. If someone walking by you would hear you, but you're walking, so it would be wait, what? And then you'd be gone into the crowd, right? Not
yeah.
You're not forming a procession of people following you as you tell the story as you walk down the street.
No. She's not screaming it. I'm assuming there's she's loud enough to be heard over the crowd for them, but not everyone is walking and talking. Okay. It's not just her.
So based on the map that I drew that you can't see, Kira's house is on the so it goes the bar that Horatio. Okay, so it goes. There's in terms of distance from things. There's the good stairs. There's the bar that Horatio that I called the Denmark. That's owned by Stein and Rosie. Sorry, and then it goes Kira's house, Sorcha's house, bad staircase. If it was a straight line, that's the order of operations. So when you're going back towards
you mean Kira's house, Saren's house, not Sorcha's.
Yes, sorry. Sorcha's house is the furthest into Gellspar, but also the closest to the sketchy staircase.
Okay. Sorcha's, for the most part, keeping to where there are people, because the best way to not be heard is counterintuitively to be around a lot of people, because if there's a lot of people talking, no one cares what you're saying because they're all focused on their own thing.
Yeah. So my question is, Kira doesn't have shoes. You know that you're passing Kira's house. Are you going to make a pit stop to collect Kira's shoes?
You promised.
I mean, Sorcha's going to because she's put Icarus away, but by now, and then we found a portal, and Kira's house is right here. let me just peek inside because she needs shoes. She doesn't have any shoes right now, and I did say I'd pick some up for her. I'd pick up a new pair of shoes for her while I was out getting you guys. I know where our old pair are, but like they were hidden, and I said I would.
You gotta like wait what? Wait what? You what? I can't believe you hid Kira's shoes from her.
Well, we ended up in a skyworm.
You keep saying that. And like every time you say that, Piper and they all like look at you like you say that way too casually for the words that are coming out of your mouth.
We were in its lung.
That's not making it better.
We're fine. Don't worry about it. But that's where the crystals come from, and we found a crystal, and Kara kind of shoved her face against it, and now she's completely stoned. No pun intended. She can't. She's not really. I locked her in Sarah and Clutch's house so that she can't hurt herself. Or she can't get lost because she's not thinking coherently. So I locked her in. She's on the couch. She's quite comfortable. And we hid her shoes so that she couldn't leave because you can't leave without shoes.
Everything about that sounds not the... Like, voice of God in the character, like in their head, if you could hear them, like if you hear their inner thoughts, all of them are thinking some equivalent of... None of that sounds better the way, like, you were phrasing that did not make that sound any better.
But anyway, I thought that if I bring you guys to her, you guys can help talk to her and, while she sobers up.
Solid plan. Okay, but...
I need you guys to be... Look, I need you guys to be her trip sitter, okay?
They don't know what that means.
They'll figure it out. Context.
They're smart enough, they will figure it out. But they all look at you like blankly as you say that.
She just. Oh. You know where? Do you know where the doctor's office is? Saren's house.
No, but they can figure it out with directions. Yes.
Okay. Sorcha's going to get a piece of paper, give them just a really basic line drawing.
Okay, you make a map.
And give them clear directions, and she'll take out Saren's key. Just be like, and make sure she doesn't leave or hurt herself or anything. I will be along in 1 sec.
Okay. So the kids take the key and the map, and they continue towards Saren's house. Sorcha goes towards Kira's house, like it's like a split in the road. They kept on the main road, you went to the side. When you get to Kira's house, the door is open.
That's not good.
It is not locked. It is closed, but it is not locked. Like if you touch the door handle and it opened, it squeezed. It did the twisty thing.
I didn't imagine that. I was hoping it was unlocked, but I didn't imagine it would be.
You did not, or you did?
Did not.
Oh, okay. How do you enter the premises?
She's going to open the door and she's a little bit more on alert because the door was unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
She's not overtly snaking, but she's keeping her ears open.
Did we determine whether you can sense feel magic?
She can.
Cool. Something super familiar is happening in this house. But
should I roll?
I mean, not yet. I mean, yes. Actually, do the roll do the insight roll now.
Insight? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, insight.
Or knowledge.
No, insight. It's like intuition.
Yeah, no.
The tingly feeling in your... Okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Little worried. Wait, do I have rerolls or just auto crits?
I feel like everyone has rerolls, but I feel like I don't remember. I feel like Val would know. Val?
Definitely have rerolls. I don't know.
Yeah, okay, so I thought
have rerolls.
I'll reroll. I've got a 12, so
okay.
There's a good chance rerolling will get me it.
Yeah. And we had a ton of auto crits anyways, right?
Yeah.
You should totally use all your auto crits for this.
Yeah, there's my reroll.
Okay. So do you remember the feeling that you had when you were like hugging Jennifer that one time?
Oh, when Sorja turned into a koala.
Yes. You're getting that. You're getting specifically, hey Jennifer feelings. Like you're getting the I sense a Jennifer nearby, without seeing a Jennifer nearby.
Specifically Jennifer or
Specifically Jennifer.
Sorcha's entire face is gonna light up and she's just gonna start zipping around looking. Jennifer! Jennifer! Where are you?
Are you just yelling Jennifer in Kira's house? You can.
You know what? Yes.
So you hear like a weird sound that is not someone responding, but rather like someone like sneaking, closing doors in a hurry type sound, but no response to the yells of Jennifer.
Sorcha's gonna head right for it.
You open the door, and it is not Jennifer.
Oh, hello.
It's Becca, staring at you like, what the fuck are you doing here? I just left you. And who is this Jennifer you keep shouting for?
I thought I sensed Jennifer. No, I thought I sensed Jennifer. Jennifer's a friend of mine she's the one that taught me to make portals. Well, I didn't make the portal. Jennifer made the portal, but that's because I'm not an invoker, I'm an ardent. Maybe I'll figure out how to make portals myself as an ardent sometime. That would be great. I would love to do that. We should learn to do that.
Becca's looking at you like, how did you find me? What's happening here? Who is this like Jessica person that you're like yelling at? Jennifer person you're talking about?
I'm just here to pick up Kira's shoes. Also, what is this about an alpaca?
In the bathroom is an alpaca and a horse. And they were here when I got here.
Sorcha looks confused and then just peeks her head into the bathroom.
There's definitely an alpaca and a small horse in there.
She's gonna think for a minute and then just leave the door open so that they can leave if they want to, because it's probably cramped in there.
I mean, yes, it's an alpaca and a horse in a one single person's apartment bathroom.
Yeah. Wyatt? Okay.
But you definitely still says Jennifer as an aside. But cutting away from you, the ghost of Jennifer, and Becca in Kira's house with Applejack's and the alpaca, cross town, closer to the Denmark, the bar, between the Denmark and the good train station, is Saren, Verity, and the Baron, and the old Gelsbar Crystal. The going through Gelsbar is a little slow because everyone wants to come up and thank the Baron and express their gratitude for his belief that they could be saved and then his doing of the saving bit. The sort of like, I don't know how to describe this. I'm trying to think of a reference for a person that this would apply to. Think. Oh, you know what it's like? Imagine this. And Arnica, you probably understand this particular reference. It's being in Texas, in Houston, at some house party, and Paul Wall walks through the house. Yes, no, maybe so? He's a white dude rapper from Houston, Texas that people like Texas really likes. Of all the people from Texas that they're like, no, we like that one.
But okay.
What happened? I didn't see. I saw it, but I didn't see what you did.
I said, oh, I see. No.
Yeah. But that's what's happening with the Baron. Basically, you're the good one that we like. You helped us out because you're from Ardell and you didn't have to, and you believed in us, Gelsbar, and did the thing. So we like you. So we're thanking you for like not sucking. Congratulations for meeting the bare minimum for not being a terrible person with money. And I feel like the Baron is like wildly uncomfortable with all this attention that he's getting because he's never like been to Gelsbar really, like in public. Like he's been to Gelsbar, but like with like bodyguards where no one approaches him, like But he's just you're you, Saren. And Verity's Verity. Like people know you. They are scared of you, but not like randomly scared of this rich dude's bodyguard scared of you. So they feel compelled. They feel comfortable approaching. So my point is, the long point is, making your way through Gellspar is a lot slower now than it was when you were coming. Like the coming back part is a lot slower because there are more people stopping you basically every 5 feet. It's like being a celebrity wandering around a convention, and it always takes one person to stop them, and everyone approaches them, and like it's just a PR person, so like they're not afraid of them. Like, what are you gonna do? Ask me to pay money? Like, two of them really talking to them. So, how do you how do you navigate the situation? Like, are you gonna like hurry people out of your way? Do you just let them like keep going so it's not weird and they don't notice? Because no one's noticed the weirdly bad dragon balloon that you're floating.
I don't know how they could miss it. It's atrocious. It's wonderful. I mean, obviously, you're misunderstanding how ugly it is.
Was I summoned again?
No.
No.
Okay. I heard bad.
You said the words, Mom.
I did. No, I'm not. That's what you called it. You said it was a bad dragon, Pinterest dragon.
Yeah, see, I put the word Pinterest between the two.
I'm gonna put Pinterest between the two words.
Hey, yeah, you should do that because you go summon her every time. All right. No, I think this is hilarious because as far as I know, Sorsha and Kira are both sitting in my house, completely safe, babysitting the baby Crystal. It's perfectly fine to take a minute because trying to move fast is going to draw way more attention than just enjoying watching him be lightly uncomfortable, telling people he made this ugly dragon. Well, it's
more like
hateful, but like gently hateful.
Yeah, it's like a celebrity who doesn't not like kids being asked to kiss babies. It's like someone approached Batman and said, "Here, kiss my baby. You saved them from the fire that one time." And Batman, not Bruce Wayne, has to interact with a mob of these people.
I'm imagining his face like when Captain Picard had to deal with all the kids.
Yeah!
Yeah! It's like, it's not that I don't like them, but what the fuck do I do with this?
Like, what is it? It cries and you keep handing it and like touch my mouth to it? Like, what? Is this normal?
So, yeah, we are, in the interest of not drawing even more attention, we're kind of making our way at a slow but steady pace back towards my house. If anyone notices the ugly Pinterest dragon, I insist that he helped me make it. I point out the worst part.
Don't know any better.
Absolutely. It's like, oh, beautiful dragon. Oh, yeah, that's all on the Baron. He did amazing.
Didn't you do a great job?
I love it.
Support for Gellspar and like everything that like you're going through and your independence. So like he like built you this thing. Yeah.
And there's the thing up top, like, no, it's amazing, isn't it? And nobody can say it's shitty because, you know.
And nobody can say it's shitty because this man just kept us from pledging to our death, so everyone's telling you how great it looks.
Yeah, that is where we are. That is. Sorry, mango chili is very burning in my throat. You make it about as far as the bar, Horatio's bar. I mean, the Denmark. And it kind of getting like you're making time, but like it's a thing that happens. Actually, you know what it's like? I mean, another reference for what this is you know that one kid that left your hometown and it's really, really like everyone is excited to come back. And like everyone, like they're walking through town, like, oh, I'm back from like wherever I went. And then like one person's there, but then they like send someone else to go get someone else, and like suddenly there's a crowd of people, and it just keeps growing. Like you were making time going, but then suddenly more people showed up. That's basically what's happening. Like you're still you're making way forward, but it's slowing down because more people are like they're getting more comfortable approaching. I now know how our episode's gonna end. I just need to get everyone to do the thing. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited about it. I'm trying to remember. Did Kira tell you that she was that the Trixie, Beatrice? Oh my God. Trixie, Piper, and Oliver were going to be at the Denmark. Did she tell you that before you left?
Who? No, don't think so. She told Saoirse after I left.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just knew they were going to be coming down.
Okay. And the Baron knows they went down. He doesn't know where they went. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the important. So you have no reason to stop at the Denmark, so you keep going. Again, you get to the point where you can keep going straight towards your house, Saren, or you can go towards Kira's house. Do you remember? Actually, do you have Fuzzy Friend? Like, did you pick up Fuzzy Friend, Verity? Fuzzy Friend obviously followed you, but are you currently carrying Fuzzy Friend?
Well, either that or Fuzzy Friend is riding on the float.
Okay.
Depends on what Fuzzy Friend prefers.
I'll say Fuzzy Friend is riding on the float. But as you get to like the intersection that go straight towards Saren's house, turn left towards Kira's house, Fuzzy Friend's like ears do the rotate thing. But like not just their ears, like their whole like face does the like in the direction that you know Kira's house exists. And like it's like they're not moving from the float. They're not moving from the current thing that they're sitting on, but they're staring intently in that direction. And I want to say this is the second time the Fuzzy Friend's been in Yellowspar. The first time is when you came back and you were in Saren's house, then you went to the Baron's house, and then Fuzzy Friend went missing. So this is the second time they've been in Yellowspar, and the first time I think they've been outside of Saren's house free while passing anything. Do you all see this? Like I feel like even though you're like laughing at the Baron, you definitely see like it's a obvious gesture. It's not like hidden or secret or whatever.
It's a Timmy's in a well kind of look.
Yeah, but like without the running part. It's like I heard, like I clearly heard something you can't hear that is that direction. And the last time that Fuzzy Friend made a actually wait a second. Do you know in game, not out of game, but do you as Saren and Verity know why Fuzzy Friend was with the crystal?
No, I got no clue.
Okay. Kira, did I tell you that? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
One of those 3 questions you could answer, right? And I was like,
yeah.
Does this, yeah.
I asked where Fairy Friend was, and I think in that explanation there was something about it was drawn to the crystal, but I can't remember exactly why.
Yeah. It eats the miasma. It's okay. Don't worry about
That was it. Yeah.
It eats the bad miasma, basically, actually. The way cats can lick themselves and get the bad parts of their fur out, but not the good bits. I don't really know how that works, but somehow their tongues can just differentiate this information. But Fuzzy Friend does not leap, but it's doing the, like, my neck is turning towards the thing as my body keeps moving forward, but my eyes continue to stay in the same direction. Until the line of sight is blocked by a building. think. But you don't investigate for your friends looking at it, is my question.
Well, she would probably like look in their direction and realize that's, Kira's house.
No, it's not. Sorry, it's like, let me rephrase it. Hello, welcome. It's not necessarily looking at Kira's house. It is like that is the direction that Kira, like you're in an intersection of a street. The only thing that you are aware of that is that direction. Like there are other things over there, but Kira's house is that direction. Like it's like being on the corner of a block, and you could keep going straight down the main freeway, but you also know, hey, if I take this left, I'll end up at my friend's house. There are other things there, but so.
Yeah. She'll probably walk over a little closer to Fuzzy, and it's like, what is it? What is it, little love? That's the direction of Kira's house. Do you hear something?
They make like a weird like chirpy noises. It's not like it's like does anyone have a dog?
Yeah.
Do you know the sound that your dog makes when someone's at the door and it's someone that they know?
Mm-hmm.
But do you know the sound they make when someone's at the door and they think it's someone that they know?
Yeah.
That's the sound that Fuzzy Friend is making. Like, there's someone at the door. I think I know who it is, but clearly it's not that person. Like, they haven't, it's like how my cousin doesn't understand stranger danger. He thinks anyone who comes near his front door because he lives in an apartment building must be his parents. And so he runs to the door every single time. And, 99% of the time, that will be your parents. But 1% of the time, that's not your parents, kid. Stop doing that. Fuzzy Friend, is 1% of... My parents are out there, but I'm not sure exactly. So they're not leaving, but they are looking, with intent in that direction. But if you continue on your path down to Saren's house, it's perfectly fine. I'm just saying.
I've never petted the thing on purpose before because that wolf pinned me down and I'm still... But I reach over and I scratch it behind the ears and I'm like, Kira's not there. Kira's at my house. Come on. And we keep going straight towards my house. Because I think it just wants Kira. I think it's been to her house before.
More than likely, huh?
Sorcha, you're in Kira's house.
Yeah.
Becca's in front of you, looking at you like... Becca's in front of you, and Becca has a bag of things, sort of like your bag, but she's stuffing things from Kira's desk in it, and stuffing things from Kira's desk in it. I mean, she stuffed it, she emptied out all the little drawers that Kira has of all the various crystal bits. And is dumping them in her bag.
Why are you taking Kira's stuff?
Research.
Oh, okay.
What?
That's the realest thing you've done in 2 seasons, and I love you so much. Okay.
You should probably tell Kira, though. I'm sure she'd be happy to let you research all of her crystal bits.
I'll leave a note.
Actually, are there pieces of bad crystal here? There are, aren't they?
Yes. Yes.
So Sorcha's gonna be like, in fact, here, let me show you. Here, come here.
And they start nerding out together about crystals and the bad crystals and the good crystals.
No, she takes her over and shows her the bad crystals and explains how dangerous it is. And
no. So Becca being Becca, and you start nerding out about crystals again and the different molecular structures of them and how different things affect them, and how come this how did this purple crystal happen? If all crystals are formed the exact same way, why is this one different?
In fact, Sorcha's gonna empty some of the purple crystal into a bag and give it to her. Here, maybe you can figure it out.
It's okay.
But we gotta go. We're gonna head back over to Kira. She's very, very stoned, and I sent a bunch of children to the house to keep an eye on her. But I have to keep an eye on the children, so let's head over. I came here to pick up Kira's shoes. Oh yeah, her shoes! And she's gonna run over and get the shoes.
Okay. Where does Kira keep the shoes?
Probably Probably, I mean, just everywhere. She's not very tidy, and she has one room, so yeah, just look around and maybe pick up some old laundry, and yeah.
You only have one room? Why did I think you had 3?
I don't know. I've got like one room and then like a bathroom, but it's all like one just big messy workspace.
Never mind. Okay, you have a bathroom though.
Yes.
That works. I needed a door that closed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
But yeah,
sorry.
the Searcher will collect the shoes and grab her hand and be like, "Let's head out. We have to keep an eye on the kids. Otherwise, Saren will kill me, and I don't want that. I have too many books to read."
Priorities. Wait, that's insight. You did roll a 10.
Yeah.
There's someone in the bath. There is something. There's a person that you are 99% sure is Jennifer hiding somewhere in the bathroom.
Shower ghost!
Torch is going to stop and think for a minute and just be, one moment. And she's going to open the door. Excuse me, alpaca. Just shoo the alpaca and the horse out of the bathroom.
There's now, I'm assuming, a shower.
Yeah.
Do you think you have a tub, Kira?
Probably not.
Okay, so there's a shower stall, there's a bath, there's a toilet, and there's a sink. And so
Sorch's
describe like when you walk in the bathroom, right?
Sorch is gonna cup both hands over her mouth, despite the fact that she can basically see the entire bathroom, and just very loudly go, "Jennifer, I know you're here. I can sense you."
And you're gonna hear from behind the door, which opens inward, "How the fuck?"
And Sorch's entire face is gonna light up, and she's gonna zip around and give Jennifer a big hug.
Yeah, Jennifer's hiding behind the bathroom door, the only way you would have found Jennifer is if you cause the only reason why you found Jennifer is because you shooed the llama and the alpaca out, in the bathroom, because now you can open the door all the way and not hit a llama or an alpaca or a horse, and they can no longer hide behind the door where they were.
Jennifer, we've learned so much. We were inside of a skyward. It was so cool. Come on, I want to tell you all about it. And Sorch is going to start dragging Jennifer along.
Okay. Do you introduce Jennifer to Diane?
Oh, yeah, Jennifer. This is Diane. She is my friend. This is Jennifer. She's my friend.
They both look at each other and go, "Friend."
Sorch is going to group hug them and make it extremely uncomfortable for both of them and be completely oblivious to how uncomfortable they are.
It's a clueless group hug. It's when that one scene where in high school movies in the 80s and 90s where the main 3 characters get together and they hug and they walk down the stairs, down the hallway, and somehow they don't all fall into one another. That's what's currently happening. Only both Jennifer and Becca are thinking about ways to stab you. For different reasons, for completely different reasons. But it's a thought that has crossed both of their minds at the same time, and they realize that the other would cover for one another. This would be the opportune moment.
Yeah, if you stab Sorcha, make sure she dies, because otherwise.
Yeah, that's fair. So.
But yeah, Sorcha's gonna take them both by the hand and start dragging them along, babbling constantly and very fast about all these different theories about crystals and just nerding out so much and just so much magical theory. And just be like, we have to babysit the kids, so let's do that, and we can talk there, but we gotta keep an eye on the kids, and if we don't keep an eye on the kids, Saren's gonna kill me, and I really don't want to make Saren mad because that would be bad.
Okay. So the important part here, Kira, you are no longer going to be alone in the house with the crystal whispering conspiracy theories at you. Actually, is it a conspiracy if it's only 2 people?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean like.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they're trying to form a conspiracy with you. When there's a knock. Actually, you know what's funny? There's a knock at the door.
They have a key.
Well, they do have a key. Never mind. You're gonna be like, that would be funny. No one. I forgot you gave them the key. Okay. There's a knock at the door, and then someone opens the door, and it is Piper, Oliver, and Trixie. Stepping into Sharon's shop.
I'm still face down in the couch cushions, talking out loud to the crystal that's talking in my mind.
What are you talking about when they enter the?
I guess
my vote is on the most awkward thing possible.
Anything.
I think because this will be great. I think I'm talking about how cute Oliver is and how much I like my new friends, even though they are weird people from Ardell.
Believe it. Here's my question. Yes, that is the scene that they walk in on. As this is happening.
But it's just muffled back into the cushions of the sofa, by the way.
Are you trying to teach the crystal about humanity while doing this, or are you just talking about because you know they're coming?
No. I think that might be why they were on my mind, maybe. Yeah. But I think I'm trying to since I've discovered they're sentient, I'm trying to connect. I'm trying to connect with this crystal.
Okay, yeah. You're trying to build an emotional relationship with this crystal based on the previous relationship. Like, look, I like this. Like, be like them. I like them. This is how humanity should interact.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that awkward silence where you're still talking because does Kira notice the door open?
I don't think so.
And so I'm gonna fuck with time for a second. So with Kira, you're face down on the couch. The crystal is like hovering up in the corner still because it's pointed. And you're talking about Oliver and Trixie and Piper and like how attractive Oliver is and how good of a friend they are. And how this is how like humanity interacts with one another. You don't try to emotionally manipulate me into doing the thing that you want because it's
I'm like even though we were like, you know, that they're still like nice people, even though, you know.
Sarah and Verity, you arrived to your house with the Baron and this crystal and a small mob of people. And your door is open. And there are 3 teenagers, young adults, huddled in a huddle, like a football huddle around one another, whispering like conspiracy to one another in a manner in which I'm assuming you can't hear over the din of the other people around you. But that's a. So, hello, Kira. You have company, a lot of it. Have you noticed yet?
So I think at this point, I just stopped talking completely. And then I say to the crystal, if that's Saren, can you tell them I would like my shoes?
You're telling the crystal to tell Saren?
Yeah, I'm saying if that's Saren, I'm still face down in the couch.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether the crystal...
I can't talk to the crystal, but I love the idea that she's asking it to pass me messages anyway.
The crystal's doing what I'm doing, which it understands the information that's just been given, but it's trying to work out how to make it be articulate to someone else who isn't you. It's a baby. It doesn't really understand how this happened.
I'm gonna, like, a few moments later anyway, yell, Saren. Is like, or Sorcha, like, did you find them? And I'm in here.
Help!
The best thing is that Sorcha did not say anything about bringing the three of them back.
No.
She just said she was gonna go meet them.
Go get them. That's true. I think Sorcha has been gravity welling your couch.
That's Sarah and Verity. That's on you. Baron didn't like. Baron's like, did Aaron's like still outside of the house with the dragon on float, like kissing babies. Like he has not managed to escape, but he just managed to. He's now back against the wall, so they can't like mob him on all sides. Maybe a corner. Like there are two walls. He's safe.
Okay, so they've got him like backed into the corner of my porch.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna start shooing people into my building because regardless of how excited the crowd is, it's not going to take them too long to realize that too many people are actually putting their feet on my porch and that my patience and good humor have begun to wear thin.
Okay. You do notice Oliver, Trixie, and Piper off to the side of your porch. Or like inside of your house, but like in the mudroom, I guess, sort of area, like huddled together. Do you like you heard the sorts of gravity welling thing be yelled? But there are like what crisis would you like to address first?
Well, I'm gonna send them further into the house so that we can clear the doorway. So I'm just gonna deal with it pretty much all at once. I'm gonna shoo them in, push our ugly bad Pinterest dragon in, and then just kind of grab Maddox by his shoulders and steer him towards the stair towards my door while giving the dirtiest look to the porch so that people understand, don't step on my fucking porch. You've had your visit. I'm gonna turn around and say, he'll be out at the party. And just go in and shut the door right in everyone's face. Verity's obviously coming inside too. I didn't shut the door on her.
So Kira, you hear the door slam, and the crystal starts making different sounds, movements, behavior. It is no longer
the big one or the little one?
The little one. It's the old people don't talk when they're old. You know that. What? They're old and they don't say anything.
I mean, the old one could start wiggling. I don't know how the old one will react when exposed to such. Like an old dog doesn't give a fuck. It's gonna lay on the rug all day until you give it a puppy, and then it might try to play. I don't know.
Right. So no. So the new crystal's a puppy. The old crystal's an old dog. Yes, I could play with you, or I could lay in my bed where it's soft and warm and let you just crawl all over me.
Okay. So the new crystal, has it completely come out of the corner, or is it trying to sink down to the crystal, or is it on our ugly Pinterest dragon?
It's like hovering nearby. Like it definitely it went from magnets. How do they work? It's like the magnet was pulling it this way, but then suddenly there's a bigger magnet. There's a closer magnet. There's a closer magnet, not necessarily a stronger magnet, near it. So it's slowly moving towards the newer magnet that's closer to it,
okay.
not the stronger, further magnet. Like assume that they're all magnets. That's how this works.
Okay.
So it's like slowly getting towards you, and like everyone's staring at you. Everyone, except for Kira, who's face down on the couch. Well, the Baron doesn't know what the fuck's happening. There's a crystal floating towards his own crystal. Like he just got here. He didn't know. He was not warned of this other crystal.
Question.
Yes.
Can I hear the other crystals say anything?
It sounds like an old person, like an old sleepy person.
Okay.
It's full of wisdom and knowledge, but it's also like 99 years old.
And napping is good.
Napping is good. Like it goes, whippersnapper. Like you hear a whippersnapper at least once.
I think that makes me sit up, I think. And be like, wait, how did you get here? And I'll look up to see where for the other crystal. And hopefully see everyone else.
Oh.
And then again, I'm going to go into a mode of like, I really need to not seem like I'm completely out of it. And I'm going to try and sit up nice and straight and be like,
I believe in you.
Hello. and then completely forget what I was going to talk about.
Oliver does the concerned friend thing, like, are you okay? Do you need water? What happened? Like, asking like the 21 questions of like, how, like, it's like, you know, like you have that one friend who like is super helpful when you're drunk, but like also not helpful at the same time, but they're trying.
Oh my gosh, yes. I've been thirsty for water for a long time.
Here's been thirsty for a lot of things.
Why have I not? Wow.
Sorry. I think because Oliver asking.
That's fair. Yeah. Yes. What are you doing here? What is the crystal doing here?
And like they look up and they're like, Piper's like, grandfather? Looking around, like Piper also knows that Saren and Maddox were having sex, but also need to know. But she has now. She definitely recognizes that you're wearing one of his shirts. And she's doing the thing teenagers do when they know their parents are having sex, pretending it's not happening, or being actually no. I have a better question. What would you prefer? You're pretending that it's not happening, or the way teenagers like wreck your life when they know something and they just like boldly state it in front of your face?
That's not my teenager. Wreck his life. I think it's hilarious. Go.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely going. I'm surprised you're up and running after the weekend you had. And you made it down here.
You mean being in the Skyworm?
What?
Yeah.
What Skyworm? Like, everyone goes, what Skyworm? Did you tell the Baron about the Skyworm?
Me?
I mean, Sorcha mentioned it when she picked them up. They probably thought she was crazy at the time, though.
Oh, right. So the kids know about the Skyworm. Does the Baron know about the Skyworm?
Yes.
Okay. So, as whoever said the Skyworm, I don't know who said that. Kira said that. Kira said that. Hi, Sorcha. Sorcha, Jennifer, and Becca show up. Again,
Sorcha just kicks in the door. Look who I found! And is like, koalas onto Jennifer again.
So everyone who's currently in this room consists of Kira, who's laying on the couch, the semi-sentient Crystal, who's like basically being an excited puppy around the old Crystal, Sorcha, Becca, Jennifer, Verity, Fuzzy Friend, Icarus. There's only 2 people missing from this party. But Kira.
Yes.
Before I get to Kira, so, Saren, how many chairs are in your house?
Not that many.
Besides the couch and the ottoman, do you have any other place to sit?
2 dining room chairs and the equivalent of a couple milk crates.
Okay, so the Baron definitely goes for a dining room chair because that's just, he's an adult. He's gonna sit in a real chair. Even though he's holding the bad Pinterest dragon in his hand, like it's just floating behind him, and the crystal's like floating behind it. It's just it's a small procession of 2 things floating crystals. But it's still tight. They're both tarped, right? No, one of them is tarped. Bad dragon crystal's tarped, right?
Yeah, see, you summoned her again. Yes. The red one is the one wrapped in red is tarp. The other one, I don't know. Maybe it's come out of his swaddles.
No, it was swaddled. They're both tarp.
Okay, so they're not, but they can't touch skin to skin. Or
they can't touch skin to skin right now.
Okay, they are trying. Everyone's witnessing. They are trying. Let me rephrase it. The small crystal's trying to touch the big crystal. There's fabric in the way, so it's not really happening.
The small one's still inside the cooler, isn't it?
No, we took it out of the cooler and we swaddled it because we were afraid the cooler was going to explode.
Right. Yeah. So they thought it was going to expand too fast and then destroy the magical cooler, which would have been bad because you would have opened a black hole in your house. Or actually, no, you would have opened a black hole in a portal, which would have been hilarious. I wonder what would have happened. Collapsing of the universe?
I mean, this is.
I don't know. Maybe a whole bunch of assholes would end up on floating islands.
We're getting into putting a bag of holding in a portable hole kind of territory.
So the important part is as this happens, does anyone ask why Jennifer's here?
Basically,
there's a lot of people talking at the exact same time. Kira to the crystal, Oliver to Kira, Piper is ribbing on her grandfather, Sorcha's being excited about Jennifer being here. Becca is staring at the two crystals.
Sorcha's just like, I'm so happy you came to visit. I missed you.
Jennifer?
Yeah, to Jennifer.
We would have seen each other at the work potluck.
I wasn't told about the work potluck.
On the calendar.
I wasn't given the calendar. I was thrown out with my friends.
Did you not do orientation week?
No one told me there was no.
We were inside a worm, Jennifer.
And then the Baron raises his hand again, still holding it's a hand. He does the thing, the mistake thing that people do sometimes when they raise their hand and they're also holding something, and the thing that they're holding is no longer in their hand. So his crystal is now floating free. I need someone, and by someone I mean Saren, to roll a mend.
All right, hold up. Mend.
Jennifer was visiting Becca because Becca was being sus.
Becca was in a lung out 2 hours ago, so.
And Becca broke into Kira's house.
I'm not gonna believe that at all.
Okay.
No, I whiffed that real big. I'm gonna try one reroll real quick. Ha.
I need you guys to stop re-rolling things. Just accept your failures.
I thought you guys wanted me to use up all my rerolls.
No, I do want you to
take the fail.
No, I do want you to, because I want you to stop having rerolls. But
you gotta pick one. Do you want me to take the fail, or you want me to use up my rerolls?
Both of those things. I want both of those things at the same time. I want you to keep failing every time you reroll. That's what I want. Anyway, the important part is, I feel like. Here's my better question: Saren, Verity, or the Baron, who tied the crystal up in the rope?
Saren.
It's probably Saren, because Saren has a better idea how to tie a knot than the Baron.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, now you have two crystals on, one really relatively large crystal, adult lion size, and a bobcat size crystal in your house, floating together, but lazy, But the Baron raises, and can we talk about a Skyworm again?
Oh yeah, there's this big Skyworm underneath the bottom of Geltspar.
I did tell
quite
you it was
docile.
wild.
And we were inside of its lung. Apparently, its lung is full of holes. And I don't mean holes, I mean holes in reality.
Everyone who isn't the three of you and Becca are I need you to say that again, but with other words that sound less bad.
The Skyworm's lung is full of holes, but not holes in reality.
Those are the same words. Those are the exact same words.
Yeah, we went through one of these holes inside the tunnels, and then we came out inside of the Skyworm, and then we went through another hole in the Skyworm, and we came out here. Sorcha's gonna start clapping and just hopping up and down in excitement. It's amazing. You know what this means, right?
I'm sure it'll be, yeah, what does it mean?
It means we have access to a Skyworm that we can study. And it means that...
The off that is Becca. Literally, everyone else is just stop saying these bad words together in a tone of voice that doesn't sound bad.
And it also means that since we have access to a Skyworm, if the crystals ever fail again, we can get another one.
I don't understand how we got to that point. Like, Piper's gonna be like, I don't, like, how did we get to, like, how did that happen?
What? What happened?
How are those, the thing that destroys planets and the thing that keeps it floating, how are those related?
Oh, the crystals, they form inside skyworms. Becca, you understand it better than I do. You explain.
So question for everyone who's in the room who isn't an NPC that I'm currently dealing with. When Sorcha says, Becca, explain this, what do you do?
I reach out, I grab the watermelon. I'm not measuring crystals via cat. I love you, but not cat measurement much. I grab that giant watermelon-sized crystal and I peel back just the cover so that the bear can see that it is most certainly exactly what he thinks is happening. We have come back with a brand new, very small, but super strong crystal.
Darity, Kira?
I am mainly trying to speak to the crystals and honestly enjoying being looked after by Oliver.
Yes, you were being like he's like hovering like yeah. Do I bring you tea? Like he has like.
I think as he's doing the hover is probably when I end up just like flopping onto him, just like, you know, I'm tired.
He flop over into like onto him or whatever, and he does the like, you know, the thing where like men are taking pictures with women who aren't dressed in a lot of they hand hover. He's like, do
I feel like as I'm like, oh, I'm really tired, the drink is gonna fall, and he's done that thing where he's like, let me hold that for you. Yeah, I think it's that sort of thing.
In the background, Trixie and Piper are like giggling. They're like going. They're like you can't because you're occupied with other things. But they're like under the table giving Oliver a thumbs up that everyone else notices. Everyone else sees it, but you're like too busy communing with the crystal. Most of which is the crystal asking the other crystal like all sorts of like weird questions about the universe and life and what it means to exist and why is it like not where it used to be and what are all these things that are fleshy and pink and why don't they taste like us and like how do I get more food in me and like those sorts of questions. How do I get big like you? Like the questions that toddlers ask adults when they think adults have answers to questions that they know. Which they don't, but they lie. But the old crystal's just like, kid, it's not hard. Just don't fall. But Verity, Becca is being put on the spotlight to explain the Skyworm situation. You will notice that hovering behind Becca. I don't know if Theron probably did notice this, but hovering behind, like, it goes like, the bear is sitting in the chair, the kids are like kind of standing near the side thing, and Oliver's on the couch ottoman thing with Kira, and it goes Sorcha, Becca behind her, and next to Sorcha is Jennifer.
Sorcha is currently clinging to Jennifer.
Okay, yeah, so as Sorcha says, and Becca explained the Skyrim thing, there is also still Jennifer standing there. Like,
yeah, Sorcha's asking specifically the relationship between crystals and Skyworms. That's what she's asking Becca to explain because Becca understands the technicals a little better than Sorcha does.
So yeah, your recruiter is in your house, Sorcha, Theron, sorry. And Becca is back in your house as well.
I mean, I'm unbothered. I've killed Jennifer once, and I will kill Jennifer again.
That is valid.
So I'm just smirking. We don't like each other. I killed you. You got me in a cult. All right, it's square. We don't like each other.
I'm trying to figure out furniture placement real fast. How close is the ottoman to the couch? I mean, not the couch, the ottoman to the kitchen table, the dining room table that the Baron is sitting in.
Saren's place isn't real big, so Lord, I almost told you it's like the size of mine.
Wait, what?
I know you did not just measure.
Oh, 2 main coons. Okay. It's about like 6 feet. Cool. So
I'm making this face because I was about to tell you about 6-7 feet.
I told you I only know things in scales of cat. I don't know, like we've already established that. But the important part is Arnica, Saren, good old buddy pal. You flash the new crystal to the old crystal, and so what's happening while Becca does weird science things in the background to placate Sorcha's information, need to tell everyone all these horrible, horrible things. And Becca's also saying this in the exact same tone of voice that Sorcha says things, and it doesn't sound better from someone else. it doesn't sound better. Also, at some point, someone is going to ask, aren't you dead? And she's, no, misunderstanding.
No, she's been in a skyworm.
Keep saying that like it's like that means something to us, but
oh, they're amazing. They're huge. We were inside of its lung, and it was like this massive cavern, but it wasn't. It was a lung.
Question also for Saren, and then we're gonna. Well, okay. So here's what's gonna happen. Every time you say Skyworm, crystal, or any sort of thing, the Baron does the thing where he looks at the crystal that's floating in front of him, the new one, the new baby crystal. He looks at the one that he has like toting around, and he like looks at it and like you know, like when you look at something and you're like making sure it's still there and like it hasn't changed. He's doing that, and like, and at some point he's going to do the thing where you like, and they're going to make eye contact. And Kira, you are the closest person to the crystals besides the Baron, and I guess Oliver, but it's just the Baron and you for the sake of this conversation. And you see and he feels. Remember when you were in the Rainbow Road? And I said it felt like that weird rumbling thing happened because he was holding onto the string that holds onto the crystal, the balloon crystal, and you're holding onto the other side because it's like hovering over you, whispering nonsense in your ears about how you owe them one. They're really just that bad cousin that you really shouldn't hang out with, but they're not wrong. You get that feeling again, that rumbly, like, hey. I'm growing again, feel it.
Oh. I guess I'm glad we took out the cooler. And
then the bell rings. Someone knocks on your door, Sorcha. Saren.
Who the fuck is knocking? Everybody who should know anything about anything is already in my house.
I'll get it. And Sorcha will open the door and be like, yes?
But like everyone to make a guess as to who is at the door.
I guess is the lady.
Yep.
Lady!
Yeah.
I really want it to be the lady.
In the fur coat.
Yeah. It's the lady who saw me steal the horse. This is now everything.
That's everyone's guess.
I love Nancy.
That Nancy Bennett, whose missing daughter-in-law is in your house, is outside of your house.
Is that the lady who saw the horse get stolen?
Yeah, Nancy's the same person.
Oh.
She also was asking you about investigating the cult that Jennifer's in.
Hi, Nancy. You're not going to believe who we found. And inside of a skyworm.
every time you say, like, not Nancy, everyone else, you keep saying that, and like you say it like it's completely normal.
Sortis is gonna take Nancy by the hand and just babbling constantly about the Skyworm and about like the insanity of being inside the Skyworm. Like, oh, look who we found! Here, look.
And like Becca and Nancy look at one another, and you know that awkward moment where like your mom has caught you smoking? Or doing something like they walked into you doing something like definitely illegal?
Yes.
That's the face, that's Becca's face. And Nancy's looking at you like the combination of I love you, you're my child, but also in front of my salad?
Oh no.
So Sorcha's the Skyworm thing is also.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And I would like, I'm sorry that. Hi everyone, welcome to the end of our show. Season 3 will pick up in the awkward moment that is too many people in Saren's house. And maybe we'll talk about the fact that there's a Skywarp, like literally, but also Kira and the Baron are the only two people during this entire situation while Nancy and Rebecca are making eye contact with one another. Sorcha keeps mentioning the Skyworm, who notices that the crystal's doing something weird.
Are they going towards each other, or are they doing something separately?
They're not going towards each other, but they're doing the same thing together. They're doing the thing where, like, how do you explain things falling in sync with one another? When something's like not, like when you can see the sync happening.
So I think Kira's gonna like come into like probably the most focus she's had in a while in the last few hours.
You literally like so when you touch the crystal, you had the moment of like you see the entire universe. Mm-hmm. You have now reached the moment at the end of the universe where that flash forward ended. This is it. Like, not specifically this, but like this is like, oh, that's what was coming.
Like, now wait,
feeling
no, you can't be like, and we're gonna end our season at this. The moment where the universe ended. You know what? Loki did that shit to me, and it wasn't cute.
What are you talking about?
You know what? If you said, what am I talking about, then obviously I can't continue this conversation until you've logged into Disney Plus and watched.
Oh, no, I know you're talking. I'm joking, but I rage quit.
I'm like, I can't
after
ruin
Civil
that.
War. So I have no idea what the fuck. Don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about because I read fanfic. But I only know what fandom tells me. No, I'm sorry. The universe is not coming to an end. Kira's just experiencing very, very deep, bone-chilling deja vu. Of, oh, that was the flash forward that I was expecting.
Do I notice that the Baron is also like seems to be noticing this too?
Yes, but in the same way, like it's like you make that awkward eye contact with someone when something awkward's happening, and the two people make eye contact who aren't involved in it. Like you both made eye contact as you realize they're getting in sync with one another. The sentient network is growing.
Yeah.
It's like when Terminator when you realize Skynet is now online, and it's just you and one other person in the room, and you go, oh, so who's gonna break the news to everyone else? Not me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna so Kira's like kind of it's important focus that she's been for the last however many hours it's been.
Someone's gonna have a hard time getting Sorcha's attention because she's gone on to start talking to Jennifer about wanting to learn to summon centipedes.
Yeah.
Where is Verity at this point? Is she anywhere nearby?
We're in the house of too many people that basically everyone who isn't Derek and Laurel are in this house. Oh wait, no. Yeah, basically everyone's in this house. I'm sorry.
Verity would have stuck close to the
Crystal Dragon.
Okay.
With Fuzzy Friend.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, because Fuzzy. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Fuzzy Friend is still there.
Up there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Fuzzy Friend gets excited.
Always.
Actually, has anyone seen? Actually, I have a better explanation. Has anyone seen Rurouni Kenshin? Not Rurouni Kenshin. Tenchi Muyo.
Yes and yes, both of those.
I meant Tenchi Muyo. The cabot. Okay, sorry, I have to show you the cabot. You have to see there's a thing that happens. It's a cute animal. Fuzzy Friend.
I brought this up the first time we met Fuzzy Friend.
Oh,
the cabot.
Oh,
Ryoki.
Okay.
Ryoki.
But I'm trying to find. Yeah. Okay. No, stupid.
It turns into a spaceship. Is that what we're talking about? How the little fuzzy animal turns into a spaceship?
Yes, that is what we're talking about.
Oh no.
Wait, that's not the right word. God damn it. Hold on a second. You have to see this and you have to understand that Fuzzy Friend is having a moment, which is why both, I forgot Fuzzy Friend was up there, but actually, you know who else is having a moment at the same time? Actually, a lot of people having a moment, because a lot of bad things, you all made bad choices. Every single one of you, except for Verity.
Okay. I want to reiterate. Yeah. I'm playing Sorcha.
No, I know. No, I said no.
You don't understand. You're saying this like you didn't expect it. I am playing Sorcha. You're talking about people making bad choices. I'm playing Sorcha.
No, that's fair.
Sorcha does not make good choices. She makes dumb ones.
But like
purely in her own self-interest.
Yes. I mean, there it is. Like I figured out how to spell it. It's the hyphen in this stupid thing's name. They are not spelled the same way as the human. How do I? Damn it. How do you? Okay. Anyway, there's a cabot friend. So we're gonna end this. I swear, because I need to. Here's what's happening. As the scene ends, as the season ends, this is the final shot of the entire season. Everyone ready?
Okay.
Jennifer is being aggressively hugged by Sorcha. Nancy and Rebecca are making terribly awkward eye contact. Kira? No. Oliver's sitting on the couch with Kira, like, half laying on him. Piper and Trixie are staring at the Miss Bennett Rebecca thing happening. And Kira, the Baron, are staring at one another as the crystals connect via discovering the internet.
No, they're Bluetooth linked. They're Bluetooth
paired. Someone finally pushed the button at the exact same time. That's what happened. You finally got them to sync and pair. They are pairing together, and everyone can feel it. And at the same time, where the fuck can I find? The 90s were such a weird ass time. I hate. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know why the internet won't give me this. But cabot friend, furry friend, may or may not be glowing. You're muted.
You're muted.
Verity?
Sorry, there was a diva.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Fuzzy Friend glowing. Fuzzy Friend is now, I think glowing, but not like glowing, like an inner light, but glowing like I am pregnant glowing. Like my fur is shiny, like glowing. Like it's a state of mind, not I am pleased, preened, happy cat glowing. That kind of glowing. And you know who else was making that same sort of like glowing, happy feeling? Icarus. Because put all these things in the same place for the first time in like history ever, and said, you know what? What if they all touched and talked?
I absolutely love that it is all in Saren's house. Because
it is all in Saren's house. Like literally the only thing missing from Saren's house currently that makes this even worse and better at the same time was if someone opened a portal and said, hey, actually, no, there's a Yeti cooler over there. Never mind. Hopefully no one else has to get a drink.
You know what?
I was saying there's a freaking portal
in. You know what would make this better? If there was a llama.
Son of a bitch, don't you bring no goddamn llama in my house.
Anyway, hello everyone. This is the end of our season. So that's what's happening. Nature is becoming one with nature's talk. So basically what's happened in like real people talk is if all nature got together and said, you know what? Fuck those guys. So like, if you ever got like all of nature and like they all of a sudden just collectively say fuck humanity, that's what's happening in Saren's house. A conspiracy is being formed within your house of sentient creatures that were previously separate.
Hey.
What?
Sorcha has been nothing but kind to the.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said that's like a conspiracy is being formed. I didn't say I didn't say the conspiracy was going to commit murder. I just said a conspiracy was being formed. It could be a fine conspiracy. I don't know another word for conspiracy other than conspiracy. Anyway.
They're coming for us, Barbara.
Who's Barbara?
Okay, you know what? I'll just be old over here by myself. It's fine. Just don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here and be almost 40 and just make my jokes by myself. It's cool.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. I still don't know what it is. Like, I won't. But hello, everyone. Welcome to the end of Ghost of Axia. The Ghost of Axia is now online. And they're talking to one another.
Yeah, this is like Skynet's birth.
Yeah. You're witnessing the birth of Skynet in your own house. It only took 18 months. I don't know how long it took. It took 18 episodes, I think, though. Basically 18 months. No, it's 10 and... No, it took 22 episodes to get to the birth of Skynet. So... Have fun! Wait, I'm sorry, Saren's house. This is this is the Borg. It could be fine.
I mean,
I'm sorry, did you just say it's
worse.
the Borg, it's fine?
Could be fine. Could be.
The Borg would actually be worse.
Right, or it could be like the thing that decided to destroy the universe in that one episode of Doctor Who that they never talk about ever again because there's no continuity in that series.
It might be the replicators that will also not be good.
It could be worse. It could be worse. So, hi, I'm Imani. I'm a storyteller for this game. I have been making terrible life choices for like 2 seasons now, but at least since episode 5, when I decided that I wanted them all to talk to one another because Final Fantasy said so. Spoiler alert. You can find me on the internet places doing things. Verity, you're up for goodbye. Where can we find you? What are you doing until the next season starts? All that jazz.
Hi, I'm Vivi or Vivisha. You can find me on Twitch as Vivisha. I finally started streaming again. Mostly chill stuff, like Planet Zoo and stuff. And I'm thinking maybe tonight we're gonna play some Honey, I Joined a Cult, because that's out of early access. Else you can find me on Mondays, 7:30 on Wiley Hobbit's channel, where we've been now in somewhere in the 30-ish episodes, where we're playing in the Daylands, where I'm playing an artificer who's kind of naive but growing up. On Wednesdays, I'm on Mr. Hooper's channel, where we're playing Ultramodern 5, which is sitting on top of D&D, but it is, post-apocalyptic, where I'm playing Lily, who is a tiny chaos child with big weapons. And that's it, because now I can't pitch it anymore that I'm playing Saturdays here. We'll have to wait until next year. Because that's normally, and on Saturdays I'm not doing nothing no more. Until next year. And Val didn't say no. She didn't say no. Did you notice that? When she said she'll be thinking about a 3rd season. She didn't say no.
I know. It could be fine. It could be. I mean, or we could end our series like this, like the end of Kings, when it goes, oh yeah, and she's pregnant, possibly with whose child, and you're like, whose kid is it? Whatever.
Yeah, and that's me.
Cool. Arnica, you're up.
Hi, I'm Arnica, and I'm gonna miss you guys. What will I do with my Saturdays now that no one's trying to blow up my little house? I guess I'll play Sims.
I'm not gonna blow up your house. Stop lying on me.
He's trying to blow up my house. My house is
I'm
gonna
trying to give your
explode
house
and
sentience.
implode. That's even worse. Like I'm trying to walk around naked. My floors are all like, could you please put on some drawers? What am I supposed to do in a sentient house when I have to poop? That doesn't seem like there's just too much going on there. I think I'd rather you blow my fucking house up.
Honestly, that sounds like the sentient house's problem, not yours.
Yeah.
No, that's very much my problem. For lo, what if the house decides to spit that toilet water right up my butt?
It's calling a bidet.
That's why I hate bidets. Oh Lord, I hate bidets. Okay, so I'm Arnica, and I've been playing the Druid Sarah Liking Clutch, and I hate bidets. But okay, you can find me if you come up for Extra Life. I'm gonna be playing this year. Y'all should sign up and play too. Follow Val Discord. It's on the link.
It is. Zweth?
Hello, I am Zweth. You can find me here on Twitch as Zweth, or on Twitter and Insta as ZwethRaw, which I think is what it says above me. Yeah, I'm not here anymore. I am playing an Extra Life. Definitely come check that out, play. It will be fun. So that will be here on this channel. And starting tomorrow, although I actually cannot make it for our premiere episode, but just starting tomorrow on Weave the Tale, 3 p.m. EST. I'll be in a Mutants and Masterminds campaign, so lots of superhero goodness, which I'm very excited for.
Yes, Cree, you're up.
Hi, I'm Blood Cree. I'm a person, and when if we have a third season, I will be here playing Sorcha Keegan and making more terrible choices and ruining the GM's life because it's fun.
It's fine. I'm just saying, if you keep taking things from their natural habitat, don't be surprised when they murder everything around them.
Hey.
Australia. Look at Australia. Literally Australia.
Look, here's the thing. Either Sorcha adopts it or Sorcha kills it.
It sounds like Australia. And the Europeans invading Australia, bringing either I bring you things that you don't want, the colonel, or I throw prisoners at you. Pick a one. I hear this. Anyway, hi. Like I said, I'm Lonnie. You can find me on. Oh, wait. Sorry. Continue if you're not finished.
I do Twitch streaming, and I've got a new computer, so I'm doing more of that now that the hell week at work is basically over, and I'm no longer in horrible pain. So I will probably be streaming this week. So yeah, you can follow me there, and yeah, it'll be fun. I'll probably be I was thinking of starting up some Stalker Anomaly.
Okay. Cool.
I'm done now.
Okay. Hi, I'm Imani. I'm the storyteller for this game. You can find me on the internet at mcatterdev. I make game dev and design things. I'm also slowly thinking about moving on to YouTube. There might be content that I'm going to take from our series and make little pretty things that are funny and put them on the internet so we can we can do a recap series in the meantime. You should do that.
Just as fun projects of making them into TikTok videos, highlights into TikTok videos.
Yeah, that might happen while during our off season, so you can catch up on all the weird shit that's happened. And the system is called the Ride System. It's made by Emwin. Nomnivore Games is people who make it. If you'd like to purchase the game, I think there's a link somewhere in the universe. If not, you can hit me up on Twitter and I'll find it. But I'm not sorry to actual real person Derek for all the horrible things I've done to his universe. Because if you answered my questions, this wouldn't happen. But now you have sentient crystals. Not my fault.
Listen, if he makes
literally
it,
her fault.
if he makes it canon, he needs to pay you.
Valid. Also valid. So please hang around because we're going to go raid the Hype Goblin, and then have a good rest of your day, either Saturday or Sunday, depending what time zone you're in.
God, I have no idea. And just remember, everyone, please join the Discord if you're interested in enjoying Extra Life games. It's super important. I love you all. Congratulations. Yeah, they can hear me. I got my mic off. Everybody, clap. Bye.
Bye. See you next season.
Bye. Cool.